Good afternoon. Hi, curling fans. Welcome to CHEK's coverage of the BC Men's and Women's Curling Championships from the George Preston Arena in Langley. I'm Stacey Ross along with my friend Jeff King in our Victoria studios. Here, Jeff, it's Robbie Burns Day.
Oh, yeah.
What a great way to celebrate with a weekend of live coverage of curling, of course, the sport born in Scotland many years ago.
Exciting weekend, Stacey. We are minutes away from the women's semifinal with the Kayla McMillan rank out of the Victoria Curling Club taking on Kristen Ryan out of Maple Ridge. The winner off to tomorrow morning's final against Corin Brown out of the Kamloops Curling Club, and a trip to the Scotties in beautiful Thunder Bay.
Yep, it's been a great week of curling from Langley, and we've been enjoying coverage all week long. Joining us again this year to offer her expertise, we have Elaine Jackson joining us. She's a high-performance consultant for Curling Canada. Elaine, as mentioned, we've been watching this week, and speaking of high performance, the quality of play this week on both the men's and women's sides has been just terrific.
Well, that's really the first thing I noticed this week when I was over up till this morning. I was over there taking in the games live, and what I saw this year was the caliber of play is higher than it was last year. All of the teams are more equal than they were in the past. There's teams, everybody's beating everybody, and the games are close. Even the favored teams, they might be winning the games, but only by a point or two. So the level of play is up, and I think that's really good for things in British Columbia right now.
Yeah, I bet. All right, Elaine, give us a breakdown of these two teams playing in the semifinal this afternoon.
Yes, well, we have kind of a tale of two teams here. We have one team, the Kayla McMillan team, who are really out on the circuit across the country, going to all the cash bills to get into the bigger events that get you bigger points and maybe qualifying for slam events and for the Olympic trials, whereby Kristen Ryan's team, their local team, and they're just their view is to play the local spiels. They're in all the BC spiels, which they do very well. They've won a couple. So kind of a tale of two different stories. The other thing about these two teams is one of them's coming off a loss this morning with Kayla losing a real tough game against Corin Brown. And then Kristen Ryan coming off a win this morning with a steal and an extra end, which was an amazing shot, forcing Taylor Reese Hansen to try to follow it down, and that did not happen. So a loss and a win. We'll see what the momentum does for these two teams going into this game.
For sure, Elaine, both of these teams are experienced. The Kristen Ryan team is the same squad as last year. And then, of course, Kayla McMillan. I mean, this is pretty much the defending championship team. 3 of 4 members there played for Clancy Grandy last year, who won the BCs. So, you talk about the momentum and coming off the loss versus the win, but these teams, they're not new to this situation for sure.
These women live to play these games. Yeah. It's the biggest privilege to be out there in that arena with that blue carpet and the people in the stands. It's just every woman's dream to be there and be able to compete for this provincial championship.
All right, we look forward to seeing you in the fifth end break, Elaine. And just one note, we're working with the Team Curling Stadium by Curling Zone this year. They've been covering the event all week long. And you may notice we don't have that overhead camera that we love so much. We understand that the city of Langley wouldn't allow the team to build that structure to support those cameras. But don't worry, we've got you covered.
All right, let's send it to Langley now for the women's semifinal. Our commentators, Melissa Saligo and John Cullen, with all the action. We'll see you after the fifth end.
Thank you, Stacey, and hello, curling fans. Welcome inside the George Preston Rec Center here in beautiful Langley, British Columbia. Continuing coverage of the 2025 BC Women's Curling Championships presented by Best Western. It's the women's semi-final between Team Kristen Ryan and Team Kayla McMillan. John Cullen alongside two-time Scotties champion Melissa Saligo. And Melissa, obviously a lot on the line here today. Set the game up for us.
Well, you can just imagine, semi-final Saturday. We have one team coming in with a loss, one team coming in with a win, and both teams want this so bad. They want to get to tomorrow's final, and I'm so excited to watch this game.
Yeah, Kayla McMillan, part of the defending champions. They played with Clancy Grandy last year, but of course, Clancy moving on to an opportunity with British curling. They're back with Kayla at the T-head. For Kristen Ryan, they lost this semifinal last year. That's got to be some motivation to get this game, get in the win column in this game and get on to tomorrow's final.
Absolutely. I can only imagine how much she wants it this year.
No question. So we're going to head down to the ice for the player introductions.
Sarah Logan. Second, Lindsay Dubé. Third, Sarah Daniels. Skip, Kayla McMillan. And Coach Nicholas Lee.
The biggest cheer. The loudest. That should be a shot.
Kirsten Fox. Second, Megan Yamamoto. Third, Shannon Louise. Skip, Kristen Fox. And Coach
I got double duties today, girls.
You're amazing.
Well, we got through those introductions mostly unscathed there, Melissa, it seems like. It's tough when you have Kirstens and Kristens everywhere out on the sheet. Our head official, Patty Caldwell, doing the introductions there, and
Yeah, I think she might have she fixed it up. She's
she
good.
fixed it. Yeah, we're good. We're good. So yeah, as you said, Melissa, this team McMillan coming off of a loss in the 1-2 game this morning to Corinne Brown. Very tight game, gave up a key steal of 2 in the 8th end. Corinne sealed it. They're waiting for the winner of this game. Kristen Ryan coming off of a very tight extra end victory in the 3-4 game. Is it tough to be in Kristen Ryan's shoes here where you're kind of coming into this game off of just a really high emotional win? It was only about 2 hours ago that they got off the ice. How do you adjust to that as a team?
Well, you can imagine they've got such a great coach in Diane DeZura. She's obviously a world champion, Scotties champion, Olympic bronze medalist. So you know that they had a plan in place for this exact moment. They knew they had to play the 9 a.m. game this morning, and if they win, they had to go right back on the ice. So they probably put a really solid plan in place to make sure that they got the rest of recovery that they needed to get right back out here, turn those emotions down, and start again.
Yeah. Keep going.
Right to the line. Whoa.
So throwing up the center guard right away, not afraid to mix it up early. Sometimes in a 10-end game, we see the teams play a little more cautious in the first end, but love seeing the center guard up there for Kirsten Fox.
And it's been so great, John. I've had the luxury of being here all week, and I've seen all the games that have been going on the ice. The ice has been so incredible and so consistent.
Top
15,
four.
almost
T.
15 and a half seconds, hog to hog to the T line. So I think the teams are very, very confident with the ice being exactly the same today as it was on the first day last week.
Okay, if we're back, bring it right back in the open.
I think we're almost already there.
Okay, yeah, you're wide open. It's fine.
Just a little heavy there from Sarah Loken. We saw them talking in the practice that they were thinking it was about 15 and a half to the line, to your point, Melissa.
Maybe a bit more.
Speed hasn't changed much here in this semifinal, and yeah, unfortunately for Sarah, just sliding a little deep there.
There's definitely a lot of curl. You can see the broom is just 2 or 3 inches outside of the 8 foot. And if you're a little heavy and you're sort of trying to sweep, or like to bring it back or something, and it keeps on curling, it actually comes out curly on the other side. So that's how much
All the way,
it
as
goes.
far as it goes. As far as it goes. Take a look. Full 8.
Whoa.
We're gonna overcurl. Full 8. Okay, good.
So not bad from Kirsten there, but you can see just pokes out around the center guard.
Okay.
Back line.
Team McMillan play the tick here. That's interesting.
Very interesting call. I've only seen one tick this entire week. When that rock is not touching the center line, obviously the opposition can tick it. They can't remove it from play. It's still in the free guard zone, but they can tick it.
Yep. That's through.
Back to your point about I
Fire to hack.
remiss not to say that we do have a veteran team, an older team perhaps, other than Megan. You know, playing against quite a bit of a younger team, and I always bug Shannon and Kristen about this. But when you're playing in a semifinal of a provincial champion, you just bring it all, everything you've got. Oh, great sweeping there by Kristen Ryan.
Yeah, unfortunately, just takes it forwards does Sarah Loken.
Really, is that pretty close?
Is that about right here?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay, what was mine? Drop baton.
Both teams in agreement as to where to replace that stone that was unfortunately hit outside of the free guard zone. So great chance here for Megan Yamamoto to try and get one in behind those two blue
She does that, it
stones.
really drops.
Okay, we're top 4.
Whoa. Okay. I think we're top 8. Top 4. Okay. Whoa.
T-line.
Okay, line's really good. Yeah, stay close.
Wait, line only.
Okay, top 4. Shannon's rock.
Don't want to.
You may be confused by the last name, but Megan Yamamoto is nay Megan Daniels, the sister of Sarah Daniels. So it's an all-sister battle here in the semifinal. Sarah had stepped away from the competitive game for a few years, but came back this year with this Kayla McMillan team, and I bet they thought this was maybe a possibility coming into the season that they'd face each other in a big game at the BC Championships. But here we are. Definitely adds a little extra stakes. I'd love to know who Ernie and Jackie are cheering for in this one.
I know, and actually Ernie and Daniel are directly across from us, so I'm keeping an eye on them as well.
Good.
And we can
I guess if you're an optimist, you look at it like, well, one of our daughters is guaranteed to win.
That's right.
And not one of our daughters is guaranteed to lose.
Right. They both go home with medals.
Well, that's true too.
So Lindsay was trying to peel the top guard. Obviously would have loved to catch the one that's top 8 as well, but just managed just a straight peel. So Kristen Ryan, without the hammer here in the first end, isn't really interested in taking too many chances without that hammer. So removing that red McMillan stone that's back of the rings.
Keep going.
10-3?
Yeah. Take through it, bud.
It'll roll out.
How's the weight?
So double opportunity here for Lindsay Dubé.
Yeah.
Lindsay was the import on this team, but moved to Victoria last year, so she's now one of us.
Absolutely.
Just misses that back blue.
Yeah, 3 of 4. The McMillan team now living in Victoria, playing out of the Victoria Curling Club. Sarah still in the Lower Mainland, but Sarah Daniels.
Okay.
But hopefully one day we'll get her over there.
Go.
This is my
9-8.
shredded shot right there. In, out, out to the side, off center.
Yeah?
Yeah, this is just my least favorite shot, but let's see how Shannon Jonice does it. Well, maybe get lessons from her.
Would love for this one to stick in the house here.
10-5.
And it will, but does roll pretty close to that blue stone in the back 4, so another double try here for Sarah Daniels. Would have loved to keep that separation if you're Team Ryan. Maybe get a little backdoor force here out of Team McMillan.
Close. Yep. Hard.
And the double made, very nice from
nice
Sarah
shot.
Daniels. Now we may be heading to our favorite
10-5
town,
there.
Melissa.
Already.
Blanksville.
Already.
They were waiting for us. It's actually the Blanksville Day Parade today.
Okay, easy, clean.
Making a little.
Clean.
Making a little. All day. Clean.
Straight. Really hard.
Just looking for a nose hit.
Yep.
Shannon Jonice, her last stone here in the first end.
No mistake made. So it'll be
10.
another hit called here for Sarah Daniels.
A lot of Curl BC affiliation out there, John. Actually, Kayla McMillan and Lindsay Dubé are working for me at the high performance program. They're running the development side of the high performance program. And,
Heavy clean,
and Diane
heavy
Desir on
clean.
the other side is also a consultant with Pro BC, as is Shannon
Heavy
Jody.
clean,
So
heavy clean, heavy
lots
clean.
of people out there helping me out. Very fortunate.
Right at me.
Well, that's usually who you want running the high performance program in your province, is people who are playing in the biggest games we have.
Did you get a time on Shan's?
As we said off the top, winner of this game will move on to tomorrow's BC final against Corinne Brown. Winner of that game will go to the Scotties Tournament of Hearts in Thunder Bay, coming up in a few weeks' time. And the loser will go home with a bronze medal. Or plaque? Are we medaling or are we plaquing?
I probably should know the answer to that question.
Looks
but
like
I
medals
don't.
based on the table over there.
Yeah, I was just going to look for it. There it is. Yep, medals.
You may or may not know this, Melissa, but I won a few bronze medals in this province over my time. And some of them were medals and some of them were plaques. So,
Good collection then. Variety.
Clean,
I
yep.
don't know, they're in the
Don't tell me.
They're in the Kokomo River somewhere.
Clean.
Don't tell me.
Yep.
No,
Clean.
I'm just kidding. I still have them.
Clean. Atta girl. Good throw.
Clear.
A nice shot there from Kristen Ryan with her first.
Nice throw.
You'll hear a lot of references to numbers being thrown out by both teams, and teams are looking for about a 10.5, a kind of a control hit between the two hog lines. Sometimes you'll see here 11.5 just for the softer weights, and you'll see more and more that both teams throw softer weights when needed to get rolls so that they can include their sweepers on every shot.
Heavy clean.
And no mistake made there by Kayla. Kristen would love to
You're 10.
repeat the
same
feat
weight.
here so that Kayla has to throw a shot for the blank and just throw it through the house.
Someone said a little boring, but
Well, yeah.
we're not saying that.
Same weight. I threw a 10.
Yeah.
Well, at least it didn't start this way. It wasn't 8
That's
knocks
right.
up and down like this.
That's right.
We did have some intrigue. We had a first end tick. I mean,
We did.
how soon we forget. Last rock here for Kristen Ryan, first end. Just an open hit and
Maybe a
stick.
little less.
Yep.
Yep.
Nice, clean.
Clean.
Clean. Easy,
Whoa,
easy. Little
whoa.
Megan. Little Megan. Good. Nice. 9-5.
And that is indeed right on the beak. And so Kayla McMillan already in the hack, ready to throw. With these teams being on time clocks, they love to try and save some seconds wherever they can. And this is an obvious call here for Kayla, just looking to peel this rock out for the blank. Final stone.
Good
Yep.
deal.
Yep. Hard, Lynn.
Lindsay Dubé picking this one up right away.
Keep hard. Do it.
You're good. Nice sweep, Lynn.
And indeed, good sweep there from Lindsay Dubé. Gets the rock out of the house.
Lynn.
We'll put a couple zeros up on the board. Kayla McMillan will keep the hammer into the second end. Welcome back
That's
inside
like
the
top
George
of the
Preston
logo.
Rec Center for continuing coverage of the BC Provincial Championships presented by Best Western. It is the women's semifinal. Team Ryan, Team McMillan, whether you're joining us on CHEK or CBC.ca or Curling Stadium, we welcome you in. And Melissa, looks like we're going to have some action here. Center guard up and corner guard up.
Okay.
Yeah, I like this. And, you know,
This will be
Kristen
low.
Ryan's been playing so great all week, and she's not afraid to put that center guard up when she doesn't have the hammer. And in the first time, we did see Team McMillan play the come around on the first. This time, they're throwing up a corner guard, trying to manufacture a deuce in this even second end.
All right, 15-2.
Yeah, I think we've talked about this before, but Kayla McMillan, no stranger to having rocks in play, likes to play aggressive and likes to make that big shot at the end of an end for a potential big
Let it
score.
work.
So
That's the line right now.
not surprised to see them throw up the
Back
corner guard here.
four. Close. Okay, running right now. Line's getting better. Okay, just starting to curl. Just starting to
Back
curl.
8.
Okay.
And nothing at all from Jonisa and Yamamoto. This one looks a little bit heavy.
4-4.
And indeed, that will slide all the way into the back 12. So really good chance for Team McMillan to get things set up.
Yeah, you can imagine that she would likely, she's going to ignore that stone, get in behind that corner guard as soon as possible. So a little mistake there from Kirsten Fox. You know, these teams obviously played each other during the week, John, and they've probably had a chance to scout each other out, knowing that this was a potential for semifinal Saturday.
Yeah, they did play each other in the round robin. Team McMillan were 8-3 winners in that game.
Okay,
And
line's
certainly
getting
coming
cold.
into this
Line's
game,
getting
McMillan
good.
would be the favorite,
Let's do
ranked in the
drill.
top 25 in the world
Always
currently.
Lindsay's,
Kristen
Lindsay's.
Ryan down in the 80s.
You can go, you can go.
They're
Little more,
a team that
little more,
mostly
little
plays
more.
in
That's
BC,
it.
sticks around here, but often have success. They qualified in every event they played in this
You
year.
want to go
So
for it?
they're a good team, and as we said,
go.
they were bronze medalists last year. You know that Kayla McMillan is not
12.
going to be taking them lightly.
Hey, Megan, nice.
Let's go.
So you can see there that got almost dead buried for Sarah Loken, but with how much this ice is curling, it is chaseable for Megan Yamamoto.
12.5. Okay.
Yeah, just a back line
13.
hack weight.
Whoa, oh,
And once it makes the curl, you should be able to carve it right over and get that stone that is fully buried. Obviously, the tolerance is hitting the guard.
Really gotta go.
Don't want to go by everything, though. That is the key here.
And unfortunately, it looks like that is what they're going to do. Look like pretty close to the right weight.
I
Maybe
think
a
so.
hair heavy, but pretty close. Just didn't really catch that curl.
Yeah, and when, sorry, John.
No, you go.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, when you're throwing in these kind of games, so you have to think tolerance. It's an absolute must. So if you're going to throw that shot, and I mean, it was a lot of ice, but obviously Kristen felt that was where the broom needed to go. So you have to throw the weight that matches where you put the broom. And if your tolerance is to tick the guard, that is, a perfectly acceptable outcome.
There.
But going by everything just isn't, especially when you don't have hammer.
Back.
So we're seeing Lindsay Dubé come around the center guard here. Just maybe going to freeze the back one on an audible. I'm maybe a little surprised, Melissa, not to see them throw another one around the
Gotta go
corner.
line, gotta go line to be
I am too, actually, and I'm just wondering because maybe...
Hard, Sarah, stay on it, hard, hard. Okay, good call. 4-4.
Just because of where that redstone stopped in its top 12, there really wasn't a great opportunity to draw around again. Maybe you could freeze to it or come around, then you'd be behind the tee line. So maybe that's why they elected to go around the middle.
So 15.
The plan wasn't to freeze until about halfway down, so the audible was made to get right onto the face of the blue. So chance here for Megan now to follow Lindsay down.
Yeah. I like that.
Back 8.
Okay. Well, she wants it back.
12.
Fine. Line's okay.
Back 8.
Line's good.
T line.
Okay. Yeah, then, yep.
Hear the communication, making sure that they're
Top 4.
very aware of where the weight is.
Whoa. Should we just go here now?
Do I need to?
Yeah,
curl
Shannon. Keep going. Okay.
Not quite to the back one, but it does settle in for shot.
Hit it a little thicker than shooter's going.
Half is fine.
Okay.
Got it.
This feels a little defensive.
Yeah, I saw this a couple of times this week, John, where there's an opportunity right now for Team McMillan to punch that that stone out, the shot stone, maybe roll
Hard.
away from the center.
Hard,
And lie
gotta go.
too, but
Gotta go.
they seem to quickly go into the defensive and try and peel.
Okay.
And unfortunately for Lindsay Dubé, that will over curl. And so it leaves the center guard up. And that was always the risk when you play defensively if you do this. Now Kristen Ryan has a chance to get another one in there. Lie 2.
5-7, hey?
Yeah, a little surprised to see them switch gears. We just talked about how they like to play aggressively, but that certainly quite a defensive call.
So what an opportunity here for Shannon Jonice and Team Ryan. This one, they're looking for top 4 fully buried behind that center guard.
Top 4.
And they'll continue to put the pressure on Team McMillan.
Top 8. Okay.
Line's great.
Line's great. Top 12.
Yep, gotta
go. Curling.
Moto Fox leaning on this
Tight.
one.
Yep. Hard.
And this
We're just
looks
tight.
way short.
Okay, easy. Whoa, I don't know.
An opportunity missed there for Team Ryan. What a great chance they had to lie 2.
Yeah, now for Sarah Daniels, if you could ever get inside this, you'd lay 3.
I feel like a board.
The other option is actually just to draw. They could draw top 4 around those 2 centers, but I get it. There's a chance to lie 3, as you mentioned, John. All behind the tee line, however.
Hey. Yep. Hard then. Hard.
Sarah Daniels set a little light out of the hand. You see Loken and Dubé on it here.
You got it. Hard.
Trying to get it by the center guard.
Hard.
Can they get it by the guard? They do.
Hard.
Now will it stick around for third shot? It will not. But does get the blue out the back of the house, and Team McMillan lies 2.
Great rushing to hold that one as long as they could.
Okay. So I think I was just all around soft on that, hey?
Yeah.
Soft kick, soft release. So, okay. So 15.
Yes.
Thanks to Shannon for giving us the information. You heard her.
Yep.
You know, you have to be very, very positive on your release on this ice. Once it starts to curl, there's not a lot you can do, so it curls so much. So
I like
you
it.
don't need any help.
Top
It's a better release. You can see that nice, solid
Yeah, then.
Line's good. Whoa.
Yeah,
release on that one. Lots of
Whoa, line's
Line's
rotation.
gonna get tight.
Want to go a bit? Okay, Megan,
Yep.
Top 8. Yeah, hard, guys.
Once again, Yamamoto and Fox
Keep it going.
leaning on this one.
Whoa. Little bit.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice shots.
Good from Jonice. Maybe a hair overswept, actually.
I would agree, John. It could have been maybe a foot higher.
Yeah, slides a
This was
smidge
tee
deep.
line.
Okay.
Kind of looking at like team speed.
And Melissa, I'm imagining part of what Shannon's talking about there with how much this ice has been curling. If you ever get it started or you have a soft release, it's just going to curl more.
It's just going to curl right out of the hand. And we saw on her first one, the brushes went pillar to post, and there wasn't a lot they could do with it, even drag it, right? Because the weight comes off so quickly.
Room still.
So you can see what Lindsay's here. Sarah, she's
Can't
trying to keep the momentum of the stone by kind of dragging her broom. And once they know, once they make that determination as to where it is for weight, then they can start sweeping for curl or straight.
Yep.
This looks like it's going to be pretty perfect.
Good.
Great shot there.
Wow,
from Sarah
nicely
Daniels. Right on the face. Not sure if they're shot or not, but certainly a really good spot for that one from Sarah Daniels.
Yeah, because she can't get to the nose of it, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Do I cover any bit of the button?
Well, I want to make sure
I'm wondering if
if
Blue is shot.
Pretty much the same as
Can't
you.
quite tell. It's very close.
your tolerance is to be a little
Yeah.
high, right? Is that where you had me?
Yeah, I think I had
I think it might
There's
be
a good
where you
look.
brought me to go
Your
here.
your pick?
Oh, it's tough without having the overhead, but I would say it's
I think it's blue.
looks like blue, yeah.
I think it's blue.
That was 5.5 feet.
Okay.
Oh, that's close.
It does.
Okay. Well, that's a
Thank
good
you for the
angle there.
view.
Yeah, that's close, but it does look like blue from that angle.
So really important here for Kristen Ryan. They're trying to play the corner freeze on the red one that was just thrown by Sarah Daniels. However, we talk about tolerance, and really, especially if they're shot, the tolerance on this is to be on the lighter side. So you can even be top 4, top 8, as long as you're blocking that path so that Kayla McMillan can't access shot stone.
I'll slide. Okay, let's go.
First rock for Kristen Ryan in the second end.
Top 8. Where? Top 8.
You heard the brusher say
Less
top
than
8.
yours. Mine's okay. Top 12.
No, it's not.
Here's
It's a
rock.
little light from here.
Top tight. Oh, straight then, straight then.
Keep going.
Yep.
Okay, yep. Okay.
John, that was a
Okay.
17-second rock from hog to hog.
Wow.
15-9.
I got 17-1 on Shannon, so like over.
Yes, there you go. 16-9 and 17-1. I'm not a math whiz, but I do believe the average of those two is 17.
But I feel like you gotta move it off the button anyways.
Okay.
Good shot.
I think we are. It's really close. I feel like we have to
Okay,
move
they
it.
think their shot.
Oh, okay.
Also just come here.
They have younger eyes than we do.
Yeah, that was our first thought.
I feel like that better. if
And
I
a slightly
come
better
here.
vantage point.
I wasn't going to say that. I was just going to
Yeah.
give them the advantage. Yeah. So two options that Kayla was thinking. She can actually just play the draw right to the button.
Yeah, I think that looks for me.
The other option that she may need to leave for her last is trying to come with the other turn, the in turn, and pick the blue one out.
You can always play that chainsaw.
But she's pretty
last.
confident that they are shot.
Yeah.
I don't mind trying
Like
to sitting there for a second.
just like top button.
The draw.
Again, you can just see the fantastic ice conditions here. Thanks huge to Mike Merklinger and Norm Scott for all their work and all the volunteers that helped them out this week.
Chance now for Kayla McMillan to get herself on the way to a potential multiple scorer. Needs this one to be close.
Top 12.
Those are pretty good
Okay,
odds.
line's
Top
fine.
8.
I like
Overweight,
it.
line's okay.
Top 8. Top 4.
Okay, you want to touch the button.
We're close.
Line's good.
Line's good, close.
Starting to go.
Great
Line's
communication
still
there
okay.
by the brushers, Sarah and
Here.
Lindsay.
We're back 4.
Whoa.
Bring it
Is
deep.
it coming off at
This
all?
looks a little heavy. You don't want to be heavy here.
You do not.
Okay.
Sorry, Kayla.
And then you have to kind of make a decision at that time as to if you know it's back button or especially T-line or back button, you kind of want to take it all the way back. Now a great opportunity for Chris and Ryan to lock it on there and definitely be shot rock right on the button.
Their second has a mic pack. Lindsay's wearing one.
Great, let's lock it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not where Kayla wanted that stone.
5.5. Yep. Okay, let's go. Yeah.
I saw Kristen Ryan make a peach of a shot yesterday when she had to draw around everything to sit two. Actually, sorry, that was this morning. I can't remember anymore.
Times a flat circle, Melissa.
Against Team Reese Hansen to tie the game in 10. What a brilliant shot
Top
it was.
4.
It was very similar.
Lots of room on it. Top 8, top 4. Okay, top
So
4.
really good steal chance here for Kristen Ryan if she can lock this one
Top
on.
4. Megan. Yep. Top 4. Straight. We're good. Whoa. It's got a curl. Easy. Curl. Easy.
Fox
Yep.
trying to guide this one in. You gotta be there, though.
Hard.
Oh no, they left it light.
Yeah, just waited a hair too long.
Oh, mistake there by the brushers. You can see Kristen just a little bit frustrated with that. It was absolutely perfect. But unfortunately,
Yeah.
it does not outcount the back red for sure.
Yeah, it's just whether or not there's a shot
you
for
send
2
it in
here
Yeah.
or not. I mean, if you, is there any way, Melissa, you could make this angle for 5?
Oh boy. I think you're right, John. It actually, that's exactly what Kayla's looking at.
Like a thicker half or a thinner half?
Hey, you just run it onto that top red. If you hit it anywhere high side, it's for 4 at least. Maybe 5 if you get your shooter to stick.
Should run fairly straight.
Yeah, maybe give me edge.
So it will run pretty straight here. You can hear Kayla and she can throw it pretty hard, but she's looking for, I think she said peel weight.
Yeah, you probably need that much to move that.
Move that many rocks, I guess,
Yeah,
hey?
those 2 blues. And I think the good part for Kayla is I don't think there's any risk. I don't think you can ever mess up your red shot stone there. So
I agree.
You
So
can really have a good go at this.
yeah, I think 3/4 high side, broom side, might make this.
Oh, it would be one of the shots of the week if Kayla McMillan can come up with one here. It is a potential angle run for 5. Final stone.
Close.
Yep.
Yep. Hard.
Lindsay, do they on this?
Hard.
Do they have anything? What do they have? Oh! And unfortunately did actually get rid of their shot stone. That was hard to do. And we are going to have a measure.
Wow,
So
so
from Kayla
close.
McMillan, just missing.
Just over curled by probably half an inch. If we ever get another chance to look at that, we can see how much she hit of that top stone.
So here comes the measuring stick. We heard one of the teams say they think it was red. I'm not sure who it was exactly.
It is very, very close. From that angle, it does look slightly red, I think. But again, we don't have the overhead to give us a precise look. Otherwise, I probably would get it right. Same.
I believe you would as well. Oh, so it is red by quite a bit, actually.
It is.
And so it's 1 red, a great try from Kayla McMillan, although this red winning the measure means that they were probably sitting 2 before they threw it. So
I agree.
Unfortunate for Kayla, but probably worth the risk. It was a shot for 5, didn't come off. They'll settle for 1. We'll get our first look at Kristen. If you're watching this at home and you're a Curl BC member, you can receive exclusive home, condo, and tenant insurance savings and enhanced coverages at our partner, Bel Air Direct. It pays to be a member.
Hard, girl.
And Melissa, just, wow, we're still recovering here in the booth. A really good try from Kayla McMillan on her last. Missed by about an inch. It was a shot for 4 or maybe 5. They settle for 1. Don't often see a game-changing shot in the second end, but that might have been one there.
Oh, absolutely. And like we talked about on the break, John, there was a chance that they were lying to before that rock was thrown. However, as you just said, risk versus reward. If you have a chance to take a little risk, because we didn't really feel actually there was a risk that she could get rid of her own, but the reward could have been 4 or 5, absolutely worth it in the second end.
Top 8.
So Kristen Ryan with the hammer for the first time here in the third end.
Like a normal path.
Top 8.
So center line goes up. Center line guard goes up for Team McMillan.
Really good.
And Kristen Ryan also not afraid for rocks of play. Throws the first one around. Just a little light. It is biting the top 12 as you see it there. But now a chance for Sarah Loken. Would like this to be above the tee. And that's a good spot.
Smidge heavy. Kristen Ryan probably feeling a little lucky she avoided giving up 5. And if you're feeling lucky, you can head on over to the BC Championships 50-50 There will be a draw at the end of every game day throughout the championships. You can support BC Curling and win big. You can get your tickets. You don't even have to be here in Langley. You can go online to curlbc.ca/5050. That's 5050.
Okay, whoa! Whoa, guys. Whoa!
Easy. Yeah, brushers are just kind of keeping this clean. Maybe a little sweep here and there, but it is a titch heavy, and the last thing you really want to do here is tick off, which is what's going to happen. And a bit of mistake there. Maybe by the team. I wouldn't say just the thrower, so
Yeah.
not a great result there. So chance now for Team McMillan to put another one at the top button. They would love to try and put a lot of pressure here on Team Ryan with the hammer.
To it.
Easy
I
then.
heard the players, they had a pregame practice
Whoa.
about 9 minutes each, and they were both talking about how fast the ice is. So you have to make sure that you're giving the rock to the sweepers. You have to allow them to work the rock, manage the curl.
Still open.
And if you're there on your own, there's not much that the sweepers can do.
Yeah, no touch there from Daniels and Loken, and Lindsay Dubé's rock does stay in the open, as you heard Kayla say, and this should be a chance for Megan Yamamoto to get rid of both of them.
Let's go, Meg.
Yeah, a chance to make the double in line 2 here. Can even probably roll her shooter a little bit away. Or right on the nose would work as well, I think, if she can clear the guard.
5. Okay, clean. Yep. Whoa, 12. Whoa, whoa. Clean. Clean, yep. Hard.
She's close.
Nice shot from Megan Yamamoto.
Great shot.
11.
Doesn't get rid of both reds, but gets them both out of the forefoot. Very nice shot.
Gonna wait, you like?
Didn't get by those guards by much.
No, they didn't. They were a little casual on that. So chance now just for Lindsay to just hit and stick. She might want a little tiny roll underneath, but if you can leave it exposed, it won't be shot stone, but it would be there for promotion. And that blue one that's sitting on the side 4 would be in the way.
Hard.
Definitely want to hit this a little bit.
Hard.
Gotta get by the guards though.
Hard.
This is all over the top. So tough pair there for Lindsay Dubé. Hangs her first one and gets this one a little bit tight. And Kristen Ryan sitting 2 with the hammer.
On the corner, what do you like?
Yep. Do you like
I
that?
want to really bunch them all together.
I think she'll maybe come down like that, right?
Pardon?
She might come down like this.
Yeah, and then we run. Whatever you like.
Or the out turn, I guess, around the center.
I don't mind it, Kristen.
That?
See, we don't want to show our
What do you like,
feet.
Megan?
Get some rolls, right?
Yeah. Do you like the out turn around the center? Out turn around the center?
The dilemma here is if they come towards the middle, they're bunching their rocks up, as you heard Shannon say, and with the way that Team McMillan can hit, they can obviously get 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 rocks going. So that's their biggest concern right now.
Mine's nice.
So they're going to try and pull the play away from the center and get around that red guard.
Back 4. Kate. Tons of line. Kate, here.
As long as it's out counting the redstone at the back, I think that's, it's decent.
Take it right
The one thing you don't want to do is leave it exposed so that there's no in-off for Team McMillan. And this looks pretty good. Nice shot. Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
I think it's really close to nose.
Yeah, just a hair high.
But yeah, just make this double for
Yeah, Ryan lying 3 with the hammer here. Sarah Daniels is going to have to make something good here. Alleviate the pressure a little bit.
Close.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
No. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Just a little high side to make at least 2 of them go. And did not.
Yeah, and the unfortunate part of that, Miss Melissa, is you actually make the angle tougher on those blues too. It's just a little bit higher now. And you leave all 3 there. So
That was 4-8.
Send is starting to get a little bit dangerous if you're Team McMillan here.
I agree. And If Shannon Jonice can put this one around the guard again, just maybe a little bit higher this time. They're going to be line 4
Soft release.
with the hammer.
Soft release. Top 8. Yeah, then. Yeah. Yeah. T. Yeah.
So you hear them say soft release again. That means it's going to curl a lot.
Yeah.
Not the same amount of rotation as we usually see from Shannon.
Really hard. Yep. Yep. Keep going. Keep
Can they get it by?
going. Little rev. Yep.
Yeah, just soft again out of her hand. Good call by the sweepers. So Shan's just going to want to make sure that she really finishes that rotation, that release.
Kind of close,
Makes it positive.
actually.
So can Sarah Daniels get 2 here? I think Kayla's actually maybe lining up 3, but
A third. Okay.
Yeah,
That's also
it's
kinda
probably
close to
there, but
jamming,
it's
so-
certainly not easy.
We just play the middle double then.
Well, like I think it's kind of this anyways.
Okay.
You like it?
Whatever you're seeing.
Yeah, you can come and look real quick if you just want to see the angles.
that's what I love, John, is when
You don't
a
have to just
skip
do this
asks, do you
in
like
out
it?
and out,
And your
out,
response
this
as
way.
another player is, whatever you like.
Yeah.
No, I'm asking you
Yeah.
a question.
No,
so
you tell me.
if you could help, that would be great.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like it should.
It's like when my wife
probably,
asks me what I want for dinner.
And you say,
I'm
whatever
like, I
you
don't
want.
know, whatever you want. She goes, can you just make a decision?
Can you just give me information? That would be great, yeah.
but we don't make
So
it
there's a good look at it. It's a very, very steep double if you're playing from the inside. So that's why they were looking at slashing it.
So like you've got a bit of room like to roll. Like it doesn't have to be super precise.
They could play the hit and roll off the shot stone.
Yeah.
Do you like that better?
Yeah, and even if we only roll half under, like anything goes straight onto it too.
Okay.
Yeah. I got a little bit of air.
Okay. Which turn do you like?
I like the out.
Okay. With
11.
11. Okay.
Yeah, I don't mind this call at all, John. I think the double slash potential triple is very difficult. I mean, if you play the slash, obviously you lose your shooter.
I'm thinking
So
that's
now they've elected to play at about 11, so just kind of hack the board weight, and they're going to try and cross this shot stone and roll under the 2 guards and be second shot. And I think it's so crucial here to be second shot at the end of this.
A little big.
close.
Stay close.
Like part
Close.
Yeah, it looks a little big out of her hand.
Stay close.
No.
Close. Yep. Hard. Hard.
Got to stick in for second shot. Oh, and that will
Oh.
overroll.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Sorry.
Yeah, not good.
Okay. Good throw. Yeah.
Okay. So 5.5 still?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, even nose would have been better there. You might have been able to set up the angles for a double a little better if you did that, but rolling there, this really opens the door for Shannon Jonice. Get around this corner guard and going to be looking at scoring a multiple here for sure.
Yeah, you know, Shannon gathered the information, went to school, and her last shot knows that she needs to throw this a little bit more positive.
Top 12. Gotta go. Yep. Hard. Gotta go. Yep.
You can hear the sweeper saying they got to go for weight.
Yes. Hard.
Yeah, this looks short again.
Hard, guys. Go.
Wow, I'm shocked. Another mistake by Team Ryan.
Yeah, that was a really critical one there because now you've staggered those corner guards, and if Kayla McMillan can make a hit and roll under, she can actually escape from this end.
Absolutely. That was a huge missed opportunity there for Team Ryan. So can Kayla McMillan now make a great hit and roll here and get it somehow squeak out of this end?
Sometimes in curling, you need to rely on your skip to save you, and that's what Team McMillan will need out of Kayla here.
Just 11.
Close.
Easy.
Close.
Close. Yep. 11-5. Yep. Yep. Hard.
Hard.
Gotta go. Good touching center.
Hard. Yep. Hard. Yep. Hard.
Trying to go hard for the roll here, going hard for the roll.
Yep.
Well,
Hold it.
And there it is. What an amazing shot. Kayla McMillan, as you said, the skip bailing her team out right now.
Great shot from Kayla McMillan. Good sweep from Lindsay Dubé as well. And just like that, McMillan lying one completely buried.
Yeah.
So still a chance for a skipper's deuce here if your team Ryan. That one rolled just outside the 4-foot. So Kristen can get around there and kind of corner freeze to that red stone. Doesn't even have to really be corner frozen. But as long as she's touching the red, she will be shot stone, and it'll be hard for Kayla to do anything with it. So big, big shot here for Kristen. 1 point looking at a potential 4. And now down to skip stones and hopefully trying to somehow manufacture a 2.
Here, you got it. Yeah.
Corner freeze upcoming for Kristen Ryan, her first here in the third end.
Whoa, then. I think that's lots.
No, we're good.
Hot to line.
Top 4.
Whoa.
Looks hot. Line's good.
Top 4. Okay. Not
Line's
curling.
good. Here it comes.
Top 4.
Okay, here's rock.
Cure.
Here's rock. Make it
Up it,
good.
go, go, go.
Cure. Gotta go.
Weight sounds good.
Gotta go.
Can they get it there?
All the way. Go, 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 go.
Fight the 4. Go, go, go. Keep going.
Good, Dustin.
Really good shot.
Oh, that's
Kristen Ryan.
brilliant. Well done by Kristen.
Really good. Nice
And
job.
great judge by Megan and Kirsten.
Even if you're like here, hop under, make her chase.
Yeah.
Might not stay around.
Yeah, like I think we've got to be past it because even if we're like here, we bounce off and then she's not. That look close?
Yeah, I think so.
You heard Kayla and Sarah there. Now, Kayla, what she's going to try and do is actually get around that blue one that's just biting the top 4 and see if she can get 3/4 buried. Shot stone. Would like to force Kristen to have to chase it because you never know what can happen.
Get a little left.
Pretty quiet crowd out there, John.
They're on pins and needles just like we are. A very important shot here for Kayla McMillan. Trying to draw around everything.
Careful.
Close. Okay, gotta go a little for line. Gotta go a little for line.
Kayla thought it was a little hot out of her hand.
Go line.
Oh,
Yep, gotta go line.
I think I just heard light.
Yeah,
Hi,
Loken and
Ben.
Dubé on this. This looks way light.
Top 12.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, the one good thing for them is that ends up on a line where Kristen can't promote her stone that she just threw for 3. But as you said, Melissa, Kristen had the chance to set up the skip's deuce with her first one, and she's done just that. Now she'll need to find her way to the 4-foot.
Yeah, and because of where that redstone stopped, it does force Kristen to go another 3, 4, 5 inches out into the 12-foot. But this does look very, very similar to the draw to the button path that both teams would know very well. So what an opportunity here for Kristen Ryan to get her skipper's deuce. Just needs a piece of the 4.
Final stone here for Kristen Ryan, down by 1 and looking to take the lead.
Running.
Line's good.
Just harder. Running, not curling
Now
yet.
we're curling.
Need to bite the 4. Whoa, curling now. Stay easy, easy.
Take a look.
Easy.
Take a look. Whoa, whoa.
Ooh, this looks a little heavy.
Easy.
Looks a
If
little
it picks
heavy.
up the curl, it should stop, and there it is.
Comes down just in time, so it will be 2 on the board for Team Kristen Ryan. Kayla McMillan will try to take the lead back when we come back.
like this one's a bit surprising.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, line's really nice. Okay, just tight. Line's really nice.
So a big third end there
really
for
tight.
Kristen Ryan, avoided giving up 4 or 5 in the second end and responded with a 2. They now lead 2-1, and Melissa, I feel like for Team McMillan, they're going to feel a little hard done by through 3 ends to be down in this game.
Yeah, I would agree, but you know, the way things were shaping up in that third end, there was a lot of blue rocks around and a couple unfortunate misses. Team McMillan was lucky probably only to give up 2 in that end, as you say, John. So now this important fourth end, a tight center goes up by Team Ryan and Kirsten Fox. And a corner guard now for Sarah Loken.
Keep it moving. Line's really good.
I think Caleb will try what she can here to get a deuce right back.
If this is your first time joining us this week, a reminder that you can check out the photos, live scores, draws, and the digital event program for the BC Championships online. Just click the banner on our official website, curlbc.ca.
Lot of line right now. I dropped it. Okay, a lot of line right now. Lots of room. Megan's rock. Broom down. Megan all day. Yeah. 4. Okay, Megan. Top 8 now. Okay.
Good weight, just trying to get this one right behind.
Yep, hard. Yep. Hard. You're doing it. Hard. As much as you can. Keep going. Keep pushing. Great brushing. She just kind of slid.
Nice weight there by Kirsten, and a great brush by Shannon and Megan.
Always love when my skip would tell me that I was doing it. You're doing it. And I never believed them, to be honest with you. It always sounded like, are you sure? But yeah, nice sweep there. Caught some of the curl. Megan Yamamoto.
Top 8.
So they are this time, Melissa, going to ignore the rock in the center and go around the corner.
Yeah, you can see that entire bluestone, so they don't feel the panic to have to play on it right away. So they're gives them a chance to utilize their corner guard.
Hard finish. He can go. He's got room to go.
Trying to over curl this if possible, so that the chase isn't available. And that's a lovely shot, lovely pair by Sarah Loken.
On this side, yeah.
Tolerance is high.
Let's go. Right to 4.
I like this call by Kristen. She's going to keep her foot down here and try and Christmas tree these. Just get half around that top center guard, completely ignoring that redstone that was just thrown by Team McMillan.
Tons of line. Top 4. Okay. Shannon's rock.
Really sliding.
Okay.
I heard in the break both teams, but specifically Team Ryan, just talking a little bit more about placement, just being a little bit more precise on rock placement. Both teams are so good, you just can't afford to be off by half an inch like that one is, unfortunately.
Yeah, not a great spot for that one by Megan Yamamoto.
As long as you're thicker than a third, you'll miss this.
Okay.
A little surprised to see them run this guard. Those rocks are wide open.
Yeah, again, we talked about this in the second end where there was a chance to make a play on a rock in the rings, and Team McMillan electing to play a run instead. Just not comfortable leaving that center guard there. So trying to catch these in the house.
Good. Nice, Lynn.
Good, Lynn.
Does get one.
Yeah, pretty good shot by Lindsay Dubé, but yeah, I think you'd see a lot of teams chase that rock in the house, especially because it was wide open.
Yeah.
Okay. It's high, yeah.
12. Okay.
So you can see there that Megan Yamamoto can probably see about a third of this redstone from the hack, probably.
You just going back to this point is that you have a potential of lying first and third, or even second and third with hammer. But now there's a potential you're not going to be lying anything, and you'll be bailing for the rest of the end. So it's just an interesting selection there. Is it by? Oh, wow. So close.
Yeah, good sweep there from Fox and Jonice.
11?
Unfortunately, couldn't get it by. So maybe the strategy is going to pay off here for Kayla McMillan as they can now hit shot stone and get some separation. But yeah, I agree with you, Melissa, especially in an even end. We know that curling teams like to do their scoring in the even ends, try to end up with the hammer in the all-important 8 and 10th ends.
Yep.
So yeah, little surprising for sure, but it may work out here.
Gotta go.
This is curling though.
Hard.
They were trying to roll this one out into the 12-foot. This is actually going to roll the other way across the face.
Yeah, definitely not plan A, but plan B.
Yeah, Lindsay Dubé's had a case of the tighties here so far in this game. Has been a little bit inside. Don't know if it's a release thing or if she's just not getting quite out to the broom, but she's missed a few tight now.
10-5. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, she's going to have to dig a little deeper and just trying to figure out, maybe have a conversation with Kayla, just see if she can have a look and see what she's doing and try and eliminate that by the 5th end. So Shannon now is looking to hit and roll off the second shot stone and roll right in front of shot rock. Trying to keep the stones grouped.
Hard. Straight.
Now trying a thin double, plan B here.
Okay, 9-3.
A little late to call that, but good effort.
Yeah, unfortunately for Shannon Jonice, it rolls right over top.
Theirs was here,
And
but
so
the guard was like
Sarah
a walk
Daniels
over.
can draw around this corner guard here.
How did the weight feel going inside out?
I thought up to speed. Like to the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
Mine's
Top
good.
drop.
It's
Yeah.
top 12. Great.
Top 12.
This doesn't have to be deep. Top 12 is perfect.
running
Just
okay. Mine's
making
ready.
sure that you almost over curl here.
There's if you
You
can.
don't want to show anything to your opposition so they can't play a double.
Close finish.
But this does have to be high. Again, you don't want this both behind the tee line.
Go, 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 go.
Weight's perfect here. Can they finish it?
Good. Good.
Oh, that's a great shot by Sarah Daniels.
Yeah, really good spot for that one.
Wait.
And so we're just going to see Shannon Jonice hit the open one here.
Okay. Whoa. 10 and a half. Yep. 10 and a half. Whoa. Here. Stay close, Megan. Straight.
Trying the hit and roll.
Hard here. Go. 10-8.
It rolls, but not too far.
10-7.
And now Sarah Daniels could
Yeah. Okay. You still like
stack a
11?
couple behind this corner guard here.
Behind its head. Sure. Does that look okay?
All of a sudden, threes in play here, Melissa.
I agree. Big shot here for Sarah Daniels. Set her team up for 2 or set her team up for a potential 3.
Whoa.
10-3.
Whoa.
It's good.
Close. Yep. Hard. Hard.
10-3.
Hard roll.
Rolling the other way, trying to separate the stones.
10-4.
10-7, yeah. I think 10-5.
They really,
Hit a little bit less of it. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, they really wanted that as to actually go across the center. They don't want to keep that hit and roll opportunity available for Kristen Ryan, because if she ever makes it, it's going to be a hard chase.
Roll. Again. Sounds good.
Just an open hit here for Kristen Ryan. Would love to roll somewhere in the vicinity of that corner guard, make it a little tougher on Kayla McMillan, but you just don't want to leave it in the middle here, Melissa, where you make it so that Kayla has an easier hit and roll behind the corner.
10-5.
Easy.
Yeah, and if this is a nose hit, you can see that it would be just above the tee line, so that if there was a hit and roll available, it would be
Hard curl.
very, very important and
9-7.
in a good spot. But I think they are.
Sorry, guys.
Are they going to roll out? Ouch.
That's too bad.
Yeah, maybe just a little extra weight. I didn't quite hear if what they were called versus what was thrown. Oh, there you go.
Even T line.
Thanks, Kristen.
Okay.
Okay, I think based on mine to the corners, it's...
So they draw into the open side, it looks like.
Does look like that. You could do either or here. You would never want to throw this badly and set up a double for Kristen with her last one. So I don't mind drawing the open side here. I also don't mind if they wanted to get aggressive and try to come around the corner.
I think what I gave you last time was closer. Like that one, or do you think that's?
Hair more isn't gonna hurt.
Okay, so just 2 feet.
2 feet.
Okay.
I think for Team McMillan, they'd be very happy with the 1-point lead after the fourth end, the even end. So that would be their ultimate end plan.
Good eye, but I thought I needed it.
Ooh, looks heavy out of the hand here from Kayla McMillan.
Oh.
Oh boy. Back 12 is not what you want to hear from your sweepers.
Might not stop.
You heard Kayla say out of the hand that she added, and she might have added a little bit too much.
Did she ever?
Oh boy, that is well through the house. So mistake there from Kayla McMillan. The one thing working in her favor is that this is not the easiest dig here for Kristen Ryan. Could play the run back too if you wanted.
You got a piece. Like that much?
Yeah, could play the dig, could play the run back, could even elect to draw to it, like freeze to it, and take the double, the potential 2-point end away.
Megan through. It does curl. Okay. Yeah. All right. Give me a nice 12. Yeah, it should right to me. Yeah. I guess I want to make sure I did it.
Yeah, Kayla's not going to be happy with that first shot for sure, especially if this is made by Kristen Ryan. And she'll be looking to blank this end.
That's okay. Yes. Yeah. 12? Yeah. That's why we practice them. Yeah. Let's go.
Big chase here for Kristen Ryan. Has been looking at giving up a multiple all end, but has a chance to get herself and her team out of it here. Last rock in the fourth.
Down.
No. No.
Yeah.
No. Oh. Here.
No.
Megan.
Straight.
No, Megan. Oh.
Difference of an opinion, that's okay.
Okay. 10-8.
Okay.
I think just a little more weight than they were hoping for on that one from Kristen Ryan.
Yeah, I think Kristen wasn't aware that it was a little bit heavy, so just an unfortunate shot there and miss, but a great opportunity for McMillan to get that too. And I'm sure Kayla, if she makes this, will be sighing a little bit of relief.
But like, sweet people.
Yeah, hasn't been the most well-played of ends, really, for Team McMillan. Some interesting strategy, a couple misses, but in the end, it's just a draw to the paint for 2, and you'll take that any day. Chance to retake the lead. Final stone, Kayla McMillan.
I liked it.
Hey,
good line.
Before.
Felt kind of there on my own.
Line's good.
I think we're fine. I think we're there.
Alright.
Back to
Nice.
Sweepers don't touch this one either, but that's because the weight is pretty much perfect on its own. Right on the lid for Kayla McMillan. 2 points on the board. Team McMillan now leads 3-2. Jackpots most days have been hovering around the high 3,000s.
Hard then. Hard then.
Get your ticket.
Hard
It's the
line.
only way you can win. pearlbc.ca/5050.
Hard Lynn. Hard, you got it. You got it. Hard.
Trying to lock this on. They don't want to be late.
You're close. Go.
Can they get it there?
Great sweeping. Good. 16.
Really good sweep from Lindsay Dubé and Sarah Daniels. Comes up a hair short, but still in a good spot for Sarah Loken.
Yeah.
16-1 I got on that.
Okay. Almost touch to the 4.
I'll give you like 2 feet less.
Okay, you got it.
So Kirsten Fox looking just for the corner freeze. Even top 8's okay. You heard Kristen say.
It's similar. It's easy.
Just want to set up a bit of an angle on this red stone so that if they need to move things around, they can.
Really good. Yep.
Tolerance is definitely light here, though.
Yep, for line. Line on line. Yep, for line. Yep, gotta go for line.
Oh, this is really curling. Can they get it by?
Yes, keep going.
They do get it by. Now, does the angle line up? Ooh, just over curls all the way past that red one for Kirsten
really over
Fox.
curled.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Bump is good.
Just want to move it and rock.
Okay.
Freezing too. It's okay.
Yeah.
So Kayla McMillan really wanting to set up some angles and some shots for the future here. She's not making the play too early. She's just getting Lindsay to set this one up. If it freezes to a red, that's good. There's nothing you'd be able to do to remove those red stones. If you tap one rock, you're freezing on that back blue shot stone. So some great opportunities here now for Team McMillan to make it extremely difficult on her counterpart.
Hard line.
Got to keep the line though. You don't really want to over curl.
Hard on the 2. Hard on the 2, Sarah. Go. Okay.
Nice shot there. Good sweep again from the Sarahs.
Sweepers working hard out there today. Yeah, I think things are favoring Team McMillan right now. I wouldn't fault Kristen for trying to peel off this guard and maybe open things up a bit.
Yep.
Clean. Yep. Just clean. Yep. Yeah. Good. Great throw. Another girl.
And good shot there from Megan Yamamoto. And I think we'll see the guard go back up here for Lindsay Dubé.
I think so.
Hard 3. Okay, close
2.
to the line.
The line a bit if you can. 2.
The line's okay.
3.
You can hear those numbers 2, 3. Those are different from the stopwatch numbers. That's more of the zones for sweeping. So zone 1 and 2 and 3 are just outside of the house. 3 is tight to the rings. And if you hear zone 7, that means it's T-line weight.
Great sweep. Good length. Good throws.
Nice sweeping there again by Team McMillan.
Peel.
And the 2 Sarahs. And another peel here for Megan Yamamoto.
Whoa, easy. Whoa, easy.
As you said earlier, John, I'm not sure when the 2 Daniel sisters actually played against each other before, if they have indeed played against each other other than this week.
Yeah, you'd probably have to go back to when Megan aged out of juniors and Sarah was still playing juniors. She actually lost the national final with Kayla McMillan back in her junior days. Also lost a mixed final with someone who may or may not be on the broadcast right now. But it's okay.
That's okay.
I'm over it.
Yeah, we're not talking about that.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
You're way over it.
Barely think about it anymore.
It's probably another medal to add to your pile, though.
Yep, and that pile once again is at the bottom of the Fraser River.
Line's getting good.
I just think if you just melted all that gold and silver and bronze, what it'd be worth to you.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. I should have looked into selling them.
That's right.
Keep going, finish a bit.
Trying to get this a split center there, and that's a nice spot there. Great job by Sarah Daniels and her sweepers.
Yeah, really good spot for that guard, and so that's going to see the peel again out of Shannon Jonice here.
Okay. Right through her.
And Kristen will make a decide at what point she wants to make a play. If the guard continued to go up, what time she wants to make a play.
Yeah.
This is Shannon's, the third's first stone. So getting close to skip stones here.
Yep.
Shannon and her husband Dean run the Golden Years Winter Club, so a big shout out to them.
Good throw, Shan. Atta girl.
I'm sure the club's watching and cheering.
Can we play on those now or one more?
You ever like this now?
I was just thinking that.
Okay. Don't want to be high at all.
That's very close, John. You can't really afford to hit it high at all.
Yeah, this seems
Playing the double?
risky to me.
Yeah, it seems a little risky. You could tap red onto red again and lock the one red onto the blue at the back. But you have to hit basically what you can see here. There's no room for error, I don't think, on this shot.
Yes! Hard! 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 Hard!
Oh, it's definitely not high side. Gotta get by that top red.
Okay.
And does not.
Not enough ice.
That's not.
That was a tough shot.
Not bad. We're
That's first.
2. Yeah, this is 1.
Okay. Show me where's.
Yeah, so they make that shot, but it's only to lie second and maybe third. Or sorry, first and maybe fourth.
Did you get that?
I like this
She
right now.
outlined it for us.
Yes,
She
there you
doubled,
go.
right?
Can I hit and roll though, or?
Yeah. A little bit. Yeah, we could do that.
No, I was wondering about shot rock, or first shot.
Yeah, no really good doubles for Team McMillan on the blue rocks right now.
Yeah. 10.5.
Yeah, I don't mind hitting this open one, and you lie 3 in the house to your opponent's 1.
I agree.
Puts a little pressure on Team McMillan.
Yeah, that was a really hard shot for Sarah Daniels. There's, as I said, there was no room for error, so advantage to Team Ryan right now. Hit and roll, or hit and stick, pardon me. To lie second, third, and fourth.
Yep. Okay. Good.
And indeed, that's what they will do, so
Probably would have liked to roll that towards the 12-foot. There is likely something in off for Team McMillan.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, this is pretty thin.
Yeah, I think we have to. Looks like half.
Are they playing the double on the 2 in the 8-foot or the one on the 4-foot?
One on the 4-foot.
One on the 4-foot, okay.
Yeah. I think it looked like Kayla indicated there was maybe a chance you could come over the top of the one on the 4-foot and touch all 3 of them. I'm not that convinced, but certainly the thin double is there.
Yeah, and number one job here is definitely try and get 2 of these blues out of the house. You have to make a double here to not give up too big of an end.
First rock for Kayla McMillan, 5th end.
Throwing PO8.
Yep.
Might be some things that can happen. You just don't want to hit it too thick.
Yes, hard.
If you hit it thin, good things can happen.
Well, they do get rid of 2 of them.
Nice shot by Kayla. Here's a good look at it. They were kind of on and off. And again, not willing to hit this too thick. And see how much it just missed the back 4-1, but does manage to get 2. Great shot.
10.5.
Ooh, I think that's pretty steep. I think you guys are shooter.
Yeah. Okay, so you say
But not too far over that leaves for double either, right?
It's really hard for Team Ryan now, for Kristen, to hit the shot stone and roll to our left as we look at it. And be second shot. They're not going to be able to be second shot, but they're also trying not to leave a double back for Kayla McMillan. So,
Like, how do we still get 2 out of this?
well, yeah, you're just
I don't even need to. I don't really need to. Like, Sticking around is more.
Right at me.
About too far.
So she could play the slosh double, but she would lose her shooter. And then we're probably looking at a blank. So I don't know if that's what she called or if she's just calling the hit and roll to try and keep her stone in the rings.
Isn't heavy for aces? Little.
Then just a nice 10-5. Let's go.
Well, based on that wake call 10-5, they're just looking to save the shooter. So hit and roll over to the 8-foot area. Trying to line first and third.
First rock for Kristen Ryan.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa, here. You gotta curl.
Straight!
Curl.
Curl!
Hard curl. Hard curl.
Yamamoto trying to bring this over.
One more.
Okay. Go.
Yeah.
Just missing that red one. And I think they've left a double here, Melissa.
I missed it.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Sweep it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much the same shot that Kayla just made. Just this is a little bit flatter and a little closer together, so she should be able to play the double here.
Sweep the difference.
Yeah.
Same spot. It probably spins up.
Yeah.
And if Kayla happens to make this double, and Kristen will see if there's a double back. I don't know if she'd be able to blank though, just based on where the stones would end up. But number one job here for Kayla is to try and remove both blue opposition stones. Throwing peel again, I would imagine. She's very, very good at throwing this high, hard one.
Close. Yep.
Hard.
Last rock, Kayla McMillan. Trying to hold it. Can you move the blue far enough? No, they can't. They go right over top. Looked like it was tight out of the hand, and some frustration there from Kayla as she's given Kristen Ryan an open hit for two here.
Yeah, you can just hear Sarah Daniels called it right away out of her hand, and even with that peel weight, if you're a little bit tight, it's still going to curl enough, and just hitting that one too thick. So what a fantastic opportunity here for Kristen Ryan.
That was pretty good weight, eh? That was perfect. Okay. Same then. Yeah.
Looking for a 10.5 nose hit. And pretty much there's lots of room to roll as well and still stay for second shot. Big chance here for Kristen.
Final stone of the first half of the game is in the hands of Kristen Ryan. It's an open hit for two to take the lead.
10.5.
Yep.
10-6.
Yep.
Hard.
Yamamoto on this right out of the hand.
Hard. Right up.
Clean. Hard.
Trying to hold it.
Good.
And they
nicely
will.
done.
So great shot there from Kristen Ryan. The teams are trading twos here. Kristen Ryan will take a 4-3 lead into the fifth end break. We're going to take a short break, and then we'll throw it back to Stacy, Jeff, and Elaine in the CHEK studio to break down the first half for you.
Welcome back to our CHEK studios as we are through 5 ends of the BC Women's Curling Championships, the semifinal between Kayla McMillan of the Victoria Club and Kristen Ryan of Maple Ridge. A trip to tomorrow morning's final on the line against Corn Brown. I can tell you the score after 5 ends is Ryan leads 4-3. Stacey, some nerves for sure. Let's look at some of the highlights and lowlights, I guess, from the first 5.
Yeah, it's a story of missed opportunities, Jeff, for sure. After a blank in the first end. Picking up the action in the second, Team McMillan with hammer here. Kristen Ryan with a chance to put her last rock perfectly in the pocket, right on the button, but she doesn't. The sweepers don't quite get it there. And look what that's left for Kayla McMillan. An angle raise for a possible 5 points. She needs about 3/4 of that stone on the outside there. She just misses it. She overcurls by half an inch there. They ultimately would need a measure, and it is 1 red. McMillan out to a 1-0 lead, but it could have been so much more. In the third, Ryan sitting 1, McMillan with her last rock, trying to draw around everything, but she comes up short. That leaves an opportunity for 2. Kristen Ryan looking for the draw here. She makes no mistake, and she puts a 2 on the board, and she captures a 2-1 lead. And in the fourth, we had a pretty wide open end, a couple of misses here and there, a couple of two spot for McMillan, and then Ryan, as you just saw in the fifth end, scored 2 right back, a 4-3 lead after 5 ends of play. Let's bring in Elaine now for some analysis.
Yeah,
Jeff.
what a back and forth first 5 ends, Elaine. You're in the comforts of your estate here in Victoria. Tell us what you saw out there on the ice.
Well, what we're seeing is not really what we should be seeing at this point yet. We're seeing some good curling, but we're not seeing some great curling, which I think might be coming up in the second half. There's been some good shots, but there's been a lot of misses. You know, one of the golden rules in curling is when your opposition presents a miss, you follow it up with a make and make that jump shot. But we're just not seeing that happen a few times here. It's repeated itself a few times, and the advantage is just being passed back and forth.
Yeah, sorry, is it nerves, Elaine? Is that what you're sort of putting this down,
Yeah,
you know, as?
I don't think it's nerves as much as maybe fatigue, a little fatigue. You know, this is a grueling event, and both of these teams played last night. Both of these teams played this morning, and now they're in another 10-end game, and it's tough out there. They're trying to play like very, very precise shots, and the precision is just not quite there yet. And sometimes fatigue comes out a little bit in your touch and your feel.
Now, Elaine, ice conditions have been terrific in Langley all week long, and we're seeing some misses as far as weight and line is concerned, and you say trading those missed opportunities. Are they being perplexed at all by a change in the ice conditions? They're the only teams out there as opposed to having a full rink full of curlers. Is the ice different than it's been all week?
Well, the one thing about playoffs is the ice is always different in the playoffs because there's just one game out there. You know, they don't know how many people are going to be in the building, so it's never going to be exactly the same. And the teams will be ready for that. They'll be ready to anticipate what is it going to be like if it's different, but it does take some time to pick up on it. And I think it might be more a little bit in fine-tuning communication, just articulating a little bit more about exactly where they want to see that rock, communicating a little bit more, and just focusing in a little bit more on the detail of how to make that shot perfect.
All right, what's going to take to win this game in the last 5 ends, Elaine?
Well, I think somebody's going to turn it up in the second half.
Yeah.
I think whoever finds the groove and starts to really fire on all cylinders. So.
All right, well, we know that you've got so much coaching experience. We've got a couple of great coaches there for these 2 women's team, and I'm sure that they will give them a little pep talk in this 5th end break, and hopefully we're in for some great curling. Elaine, thanks so much. We'll check back in with you after this one. We'll see you soon.
All right, we're going to throw it back to Langley after a short break. It is Kristen Ryan leading Kayla McMillan 4-3 after 5 ends. Back to Langley, Melissa Saligo, and John Cullen coming up in just about a minute's time.
Agreed.
Hello, curling fans, and welcome back inside the George Preston Rec Center here in the township of Langley, British Columbia for this women's semifinal game here at the 2025 BC Women's Championships presented by Best Western. John Cullen alongside Melissa Saligo. For this semifinal matchup, Kayla McMillan, Kristen Ryan. We talked a little bit about it in the break, Melissa, but I think both teams maybe will feel like they made a few crucial mistakes at the wrong time. That's kind of what's ended up with all these points on the board, 4-3 after the first half.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, we talk about mistakes, we talk about opportunities, turning it around to be your advantage. And, you know, there was tons of opportunities given to both of the teams, and just nobody really nobody had that opportunity back. Like, they didn't take advantage of it. So just the twos on the board, as we mentioned earlier, there was lots of chances for even more than twos to go up, but here we are in a 1-point game.
We're there. Okay, sit tight 3.
Just listening in a little bit to their fifth end breaks, Team Ryan talking about where they want to place these center guards and how close they want to be to the rings. So ideally that one of Kirsten Fox's would have been a little tighter so that they can get one solidly buried behind, because they were very sure that Team McMillan would throw the corner guard, and indeed they did.
I extended a bit. Okay, a little bit, Shannon. Hold it out a bit.
I prefer not.
Okay. Whoa.
Yeah, I heard Team Ryan also say they just want to keep putting the pressure on Kayla McMillan. We saw she did have a few key misses in the first half of the game, and I'm sure McMillan, it would have been a similar team talk as well, that, you know, they did get a couple misses out of Kristen as well. So you just want to keep doing what you're doing, but you want to try and put as much pressure as you can on your opposition's number, and we'll see how it goes here in the second half of the game. But Ryan, starting without the hammer, would be thrilled to be up 4-3 at the break. So that one does slide a little deep for Kirsten Fox. We do sometimes see after the fifth end break, the ice gets even a little bit keener with the mop that goes down in the fifth end break. So considering the ice was already quite fast, Melissa, it'd be an even bigger adjustment to feel like, ooh.
Yeah, this one's going pretty fast too, as we were just talking about that.
Yeah, if it's already 15-5 to the line, you'd think to yourself, how much slower can I really throw it? We used to say on ice like this, it would feel like you're falling out of the house.
That's right.
You have no leg drive at all. It's just a slow push.
Yeah, let's go.
And so indeed, yeah, hair heavy from Sarah Loken, but it does stop in time to be shot. And we're going to see Kristen Ryan again ignore that play around the corner guard and come around the center.
And that's her goal, as you mentioned when you kind of peeked in. You said she really wanted to keep the pressure on Team McMillan, and that's what she's doing. We saw in previous ends with the hammer, Kayla McMillan would go up and peel the center guard. So if they could ever get this into a good place in the top of the 4, but this one is heavy as well, number 3.
Okay, whoa. Leave it.
Yeah, I think it's something that, you know, I know from when I used to play as well, like both teams are definitely aware of it. It's something you would talk about coming out of the fifth end break, is saying, okay, we know it's going to be a little quicker, but as I said, it's just so quick that it's almost impossible to believe. I think if it's, you know, normally 14-5 to the line and then it's about 15, you can adjust for that. But when it's 15-5, that adjustment to 16 or whatever it happens to be to the line does feel like a monumental difference.
Top 8.
You can hear them saying this one has the weight as well.
Okay, go then. Play the speed.
Weight's good.
Sarah,
This one's got the weight. Now it's just a matter, it's on center still. You can just see it now starting to break. Again, would really like this to be fully buried.
Pretty close from Lindsay Dubé. It's probably about half open for Megan Yamamoto.
How much do you have? Yeah, I think so.
I think so too.
I think you could probably play the one in the house, and if you hit the guard, that's okay. I think it solves both things, but they're gonna play the peel, corner peel.
Yes. Yep. Hard. Yep.
Might end up getting the run back anyway from the sounds of it.
Watch.
And
no.
Oh no, disaster. Team Ryan was shot stone at the back and just Unfortunate break there for Megan Yamamoto.
Yeah, same throw.
Yeah, it just seemed like it was tight out of her hand. Jams on the back one, and now all of a sudden Team McMillan lying 2 and throwing.
Yeah, so Kayla McMillan just opening up the broom by another few inches for Lindsay Dubé.
Top 12.
Top 12, top 8 here is probably the perfect spot.
Top 8's good. Line's good.
It's good. It's good. Okay.
You can see it just waiting to make the break as it gets off the center line.
Almost 2.
This has got a little extra on it too, John.
Yeah, 2 that one.
Okay, around that a little bit better. She thought she threw less.
Yeah, unfortunate there for Lindsay Dubé. All 4 stones in the house are behind the tee line.
I'm freezing the one they just threw.
I don't mind the intern freeze to what they just threw.
Yeah, to Lindsay's. Okay,
when
we won't be shot, but sweep it. We won't be shot.
No?
Nope, this one will be. Okay.
Okay, should we freeze to the other one then?
So
It would be nice to be shot, that's for sure. If you freeze to the 2 stones on the right-hand side, you do, and you make a perfect freeze, you eliminate them from scoring at this time, but you wouldn't be shot. So that would give Team McMillan an opportunity to go around the center and actually lie 2 buried. So I think this is the right call for Team Ryan. And Shannon Jonice just trying to freeze to the stone. That's back 8.
And again, sounds like a little heavy out of the hand, and you do not want to be heavy here with McMillan already lying 3.
Starting to curl. Okay, it's good now. Hack. Okay, keep going, Megan. Hack.
Megan Yamamoto trying to bring that one over, and that's unfortunate for Shannon. Jams it right on the back blue.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, these red rocks are starting to pile up here, Melissa.
Yeah, we've seen 5 or 6 rocks being heavy here, and neither team really making an adjustment, and that's what you have to do, especially in this last half of the game. So a little surprised there that that one was heavy again.
Hit and roll over here. I think that's better, but nose is fine. I'm thinking, like, how much weight? Oh, I was thinking half. Half, okay. Kind of what they just threw. Okay, probably like 13 pounds.
Yeah, so hack weight, just trying to get to at least the nose. If it happens to roll under, you don't want to leave it rolled under on the center line. You'd like to over-roll it to it be exposed on the other side. You don't want to leave something for Team Ryan to get to freeze to again.
Yep, just through. Yep, line. Hard then. Yep, line. Hard. Yep, hard, gotta go. Hard.
Dubé and Loken on it right out of the hand, trying to hold it here. This up by the center.
Yep. We're on it.
And nice shot from Sarah Daniels. Kayla McMillan now lying 4.
Just through.
And this is starting to get pretty darn scary if you're Team Ryan, especially throwing a freeze with the other team lying 4.
So 5.5.
No kidding, I agree. And I guess the only positive to take out of this is that all 4 redstones are behind the tee line. That is a good thing. However, Team Ryan under some pressure here now in this 6th end without the hammer. Shannon Jonice needs to make a perfect freeze to try and help her team out.
I like it.
Line's nice.
D-line.
D-line.
Keep it out there a bit.
Yeah.
Shannon said she liked it out of her hand.
Keep it out there.
Yeah, for line. Okay, yeah, for line.
Want to go for weight?
Where is it?
Tell her.
Whoa.
This one's over curling, I think.
Certainly looks that way.
Yeah, maybe plan B here. Can they just bury it on its own?
Okay.
And it will come out the other side. Wow.
Oh boy, if you could ever get inside this stone, if you're Sarah Daniels, this is
Same?
getting
Okay.
very, very dicey for Team Ryan.
Yeah, nice weight there by Shan, but just over curling. So what an opportunity for Sarah Daniels, Kayla McMillan team.
Close. Stay close. Clean. Clean. Whoa.
So take a little longer to curl now if it is more weight.
Oh,
And you can see this one is hanging.
it's trying. Right off still.
Can I go for speed?
Nope. Nope. Can't jam. Right out. That's good. Nice there.
Well, maybe a little break there for Team Ryan with Sarah Daniels unable to get to the inside of that blue stone.
Yeah, so I'll just try and I think around here is somewhat close.
So now they're only lying 2.
Yeah. Yeah, that was light as well, and even though it was light, it still didn't cross over the center line. So chance here for Kristen now to play the freeze again. And if she can make the freeze, she'll be shot stone.
Yeah, and you may be watching and wondering about the no carving there from Team McMillan. That's probably coming from Coach Nicholas Sedin, as he has kind of famously gone on record as not believing that carving does anything.
Yeah, 5-1.
So I believe that's why you haven't seen too much of it out of Team McMillan here. You almost never see a Dean's team do it either.
All right, let's go.
Big shot here for Kristen Ryan. You hear her take a deep breath in the hack, knows this one has to be at least close.
Back 4. Whoa, I think it's heavy. Yeah. Whoa, it's a bit heavy. Back 8. Whoa, no, it's too much.
Okay, Megan's rock all day.
Yeah, back 4, back 8 is heavy for sure.
Back 12.
Okay, gotta work.
Ooh,
It's
back
coming.
12.
Oh,
You really
dear.
don't want to hear that.
I hear you.
It's going to try and start curling.
Stay close.
Yep. Whoa.
I hit this rock here.
Okay.
It's not a terrible spot for that one. Your shot.
Just on the inside.
I think so.
Yeah, it took its time, but it did manage to get there and tap the red stone back. But there is enough room now, I would think, to get by the center guard and get to the inside of the blue rock. We saw Sarah Daniels do it on her first one. So Kayla McMillan is now going to try and duplicate that shot. She'd love to roll right behind her red guard, that red rock that's sitting top 4.
Oh, right under ours.
Okay.
Trying to keep this multiple point end alive here.
Yeah, the rocks we've seen so far on this line haven't curled a ton, Melissa, so we'll see if Kayla can get inside here.
Yeah, you just can't overthrow it here, John. And any little extra weight, there's not much the brushers can do, and they just have to wait till the speed kind of drops before they can manage it. So looking for hack weight or backline weight.
So far by. Yeah.
We went to the nose with a 14.
So,
Okay.
so she needs like
Yeah.
4 feet less.
So Kristen just confirming where to put the broom here. It's hard when you're throwing the draw on your first one, and it was like back 8, back 4 weight, and it came to the nose. So do you put the broom in the same spot with T-line weight,
Right on.
or do you give yourself a little less? So I think she's tightened it up ever so slightly here, just in case there's a couple extra feet on it. They can manage it into the center line area.
Okay, let's go.
And that's good communication between her and the team. Would love to get right to the nose of that red stone.
Another try to get her team out of trouble here for Kristen Ryan. Last rock, 6th end.
Mine's nice.
Top 4, T.
Top 4.
Line's nice.
Nice, really nice. Broom down, please.
Back T.
Stay close. Yep.
Top 4.
Top 4.
I hear the sweepers saying it's T-line.
Yep.
T.
Yep.
Yep.
T-line.
I
Pumping.
hear you.
T-line.
I hear you.
Pumping.
Go.
Back 4. Whoa.
Little. Okay.
Nice shot.
Yeah, good shot there from Kristen. I do believe McMillan lying 1 here.
Read.
Kind of seeing the top.
We're still 1.
We're
Okay.
1, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Kayla was maybe eyeing up, seeing if there was some kind of
Okay.
bang, bang, bang situation at the back where you could score a bunch, but I don't think that's there. And you're already lying 1, so you might as well try your tap for 2 here.
Yeah, I like this as well. I don't think you need to take any chances.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't even know if there's anything more than 2 if you pick the blue one out. Anyway, because you'd have to catch your red and tap the blue back. That was a way more difficult shot. This is more straightforward. And a great chance here for Team McMillan to get her 2. So she's taking some extra ice here. I would imagine she's trying to throw back 4, at most back 8 weight.
Curling. It's like a way to kind of there, way to hang it. Maybe just a broom less. Yeah, I just can hold it.
Yeah, I was thinking there was quite a bit more weight than she threw on her first.
Kind of what I've been giving you, I think. Yeah. Should be sweepable still. Yeah.
Last rock for Kayla McMillan could be the 4th end in a row. We'll see a 2 go on the board. Needs about a 3-foot tap to score 2.
Fine.
Back 4 is about where you want it.
Fine, fine. Fine, fine.
Yep. Line only. Okay, line's okay, line's okay.
This looks really close. Just want to make sure she didn't overthrow it. And that's really nice from Kayla McMillan.
Oh, lovely shot.
Great touch. Barely touched by Dubé, and Loken taps it up 4-2, and we have another change. Kayla McMillan now leads 5-4. Well, it's the 4th end in a row with 2 on the board. The 4th lead change already in this game here in the 7th end. Kayla McMillan once again leads 5-4. And
16.
Melissa, we don't usually see this many 2s, especially in a game of this caliber. What's going on? Why so many crooked numbers on the board here?
Well, it's a good question, John. I think that, I think the first 5 maybe weren't, the sharpest 5 we've seen by both of these teams or either of these teams. And with the, with a couple of misses here and there was actually opportunities, as we said, to get more than 2 on the board. And then, then it ends up being a 2. So I think that both teams are playing very well, but I think they can actually up their game another 5 or 10%.
Clean.
And really, again, we've also talked about the teams wanting to play with rocks in play, except I just saw this happening, which we know that Team Ryan would likely want to blank this 7th end and have hammer an 8. So yeah, I just think it's a matter of taking advantage of your opposition's misses. It's really great, and that we go back to a few ends ago where Chris and Ryan actually, they had a chance. They were sitting 4 at one point with a couple of rocks to go, and then ends up sitting none and then makes a skipper's deuce. Like, it's just really great seeing that kind of play today.
Yeah, maybe a little surprised we didn't see the delayed corner from Kayla McMillan there. As Kristen Ryan, like you said, is more than happy to get a blank here and take the hammer in 8. But maybe this is part of the McMillan team strategy. As long as they're up on the board, they don't mind wasting an end here.
You got it.
11.
You got it. Hard. Straight up. All the way.
So this is a perfect opportunity to thank our numerous sponsors who make this event possible. We'd especially love to shout out our platinum sponsors, Best Western, Original 16, Bel Air Direct, and the local 258 of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. We'd also love to thank our gold sponsors, AirVac Services and Ice King. And we also have many other local sponsors and supporters. We appreciate all of their help. We also want to thank our venue and media partners, the Langley Curling Club, the Township of Langley, the George Preston Recreation Center, CHEK TV, and CBC.ca. And we also acknowledge and appreciate the crucial support from our provincial funding partners, the BC Fairs, Festivals and Events Fund, and the Government of BC. This event would truly not be possible without all of your help, so thank you so much. And thank you for watching here as we see which one of these teams will do battle with Corinne Brown in tomorrow morning's final. Winner of that game will go to the Scotties Tournament of Hearts in Thunder Bay, which gets underway on Valentine's Day.
11-2. Okay, clean. We're good. Clean, clean. Yep. Easy, clean. We're good. Clean, clean. That's good.
And the hit made for Yamamoto, and it does look like we are just going to see the teams exchange hits here all the way through the lineup. Don't often see this late in the game. First end for sure, you might see this, but yeah, both teams seeming content here.
Yeah, it looks like Team Ryan is content to break the streak of the 2 points.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, serious.
Same weight.
So it's very understandable that Team Ryan would like to take Hammer into the 8th end. That's the crucial end we always talk about, and how important it is to have Hammer in 8 and also score in 8. So by blanking this end, that's the opportunity that she will have if this continues.
Also a reminder as you're watching, if you want to see all the photos, live scores, draws, and the digital event program for the BC Championships, head on over to our website, curlbc.ca, and click the banner. Lots of great photos. We're actually seeing them on the big screen in the arena here. You can also tag us at the BC Curling Championships. If you've been taking photos in and around the event, we'd love to see your shining faces. So make sure you tag us, and if you want to see all those photos and everything else, again, it's curlbc.ca.
Clean, yep. Clean, just clean. That's good. Good.
10-5. Sean, nice and
This is
strong.
an end where I wish we had a cot in the broadcast booth. Just have a little 3-minute napper here. Could be nice.
Yeah, you can imagine after all the rocks that have been in play this entire end, this is a nice rest, so to speak, for the both teams. Just focusing on throwing the right weight at the broom and getting rid of a one shot, one rock. And then you can imagine that things are going to change drastically in the last 3 ends of this game as the cat and mouse game will continue, and who gets what, when, and where. And Team Brown sitting at home right now with that win today and securing their spot in the final. I'm sure waiting and waiting to see who they get to play tomorrow.
Yeah, I believe that will be the 4th straight appearance in the provincial final for Team Brown, but they haven't won the last few, so it will be a chance for some revenge.
Such an exciting end.
Get themselves
my
to the
bad.
Scotties through the front door. Last year they did end up getting a surprise wild card after none of it did not submit a team to the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. Corinne, based on their World Curling Tour rankings, got that final wild card spot. But this year there will be no wild card spot to be had. The winner is in, the loser is out.
Okay. Clean.
So it'll be all to play for tomorrow, and a reminder that we will be back with you tonight with the men's semifinal. That'll be at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. It'll be Jared Colomea against Cameron DeYoung. The winner of that game will face off against Glenn Venance in the final, with a trip to the Montana's Brier on the line, and it would be a home province Brier for whichever team comes out of the men's side here, as the Brier will be taking place in Kelowna in March. And I have to imagine no better feeling than being the home team at a Brier. So, you know, that'll mean a lot to those teams above and beyond what it already means just to win your province and get to be at the Brier in general.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. How exciting is it that the Brier is indeed in Kelowna in March, and how exciting it would be to beat Team BC. And the women's team will be heading off to Thunder Bay, Ontario for the Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Just 10. 10-5.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah, Thunder Bay, a great curling city. You know, they'll be rocking there at the Fort William Gardens.
The crowd is bored. Roll out a little bit.
I don't know if the crowd is bored, but I am a little bit bored.
Well, the crowd's just having their cat nap as well.
Yes, exactly.
It's all good. We all need energy going into the last 3 ends, so everything's good. So Kristen's just going to need to roll her shooter a little bit just to make sure that she is on the rings.
Yeah, if you nose this, you might see Kayla draw around it with her last one and try a little sneaky force. So Kristen will have to dial in on this one. It's her first here in the 7th.
Easy, Kier. Wait, no, that's Megan. Okay, let's go straight heels.
All the way, all the way, all the way, all the way.
Here. Here.
Okay.
So good audible there by Shannon Jonice. You never
Definitely.
want to hit that one on the nose. That's the worst possible result. Rolling it out there doesn't really affect you too much, other than it does give Kayla a chance to perhaps dial into her draw weight here. Last rock, Kayla McMillan. Would love for this to be somewhere in the house to force Kristen to have to throw for the blank.
Running like it's there.
Yeah, I got it big. Back 8.
And nothing at all from Dubé and Loken.
I got a 14 and a half.
So maybe this was good that Kayla got a chance to throw the draw here. Maybe you can see how the ice has gotten a little bit quicker as this is actually going to go right through the house.
Yeah, that's the second one we've seen of Kayla's, and you know, that's a, you don't get those freebies very often, and that was a freebie for Kayla to really dial in, as you said, her draw weight. And a mistake there and an easy throw through for Kristen Ryan to blank this 7th end.
Yeah, seemed like a situation that both teams were happy with as soon as that Sarah Loken guard slipped into the house. So it will be a couple zeros up on the board. Kristen Ryan will keep the hammer into the 8th end. Don't go anywhere.
Three. Good job.
A massive thank you to our platinum sponsor, Bel Air Direct. A reminder, if you're watching this and you're a Curl BC member, you can receive exclusive home, condo, and tenant insurance savings and enhanced coverages at Bel Air Direct. It pays to be a member.
Hard. Hard line, hard.
And so, Melissa, I think both of us may be a little surprised in that 7th end. You would have thought that maybe Kayla McMillan would have wanted a force there to keep the hammer in 8th, but seemed like they were all too happy to blank that 7th end. What would be the reasoning for that?
Well, I mean, it's definitely not the time. Both teams have lots of time, and I think that Kayla actually did call Sarah Loken's rock out front, and it just slipped in. And once it slipped in, it kind of, the end was written, basically. It was a blank, and she wasn't really going to take any chances about throwing another guard up front. So that was the way that one was, but a great shot here. A nice guard by Sarah on her first. They talked about getting that to a tight 3. It's a little higher than that. And a come around by Kirsten Fox, and followed by another come around by Sarah Loken. In a perfect world, Team McMillan would love to force Team Ryan only to take a single here in 8.
Just let it stop.
And again, both teams continuing to struggle with draw weight in this second half. That slips a little deep for Sarah Loken.
Yeah. Okay. A couple feet more.
You bet.
Okay, let's go.
So chance for Kirsten Fox to lock this one on. If it's top 4, it's really good. But if it's a little heavy, they'll go to the back red stone.
Top 14.
Running.
Just want it fully buried. That's number 1.
Curl.
Finally.
Line's good. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa,
And they wanted this one top 4, so again, just that struggle with draw weight continuing. And as I said, it's both teams, Melissa. It's not just, oh, one team can't really dial in. It just seems like since that 5th end break, neither team has really been able to find consistent draw weight.
I agree. Just consistently 2, 3, 4 feet heavy. And you just have to be really aware with 3 ends remaining that you have to find a way to dial in that draw weight. It's going to be so crucial as we head into the late stages of this game. Again, this one sounds like it's heavy.
Lift for line. Close then.
So as long as line is good, it'll be right to the face of the blue one.
For line. Whoa, line. Always finish if you need to. That's good. Good, Linz. Good judge. Good.
That's a nice shot there by Linz.
Okay,
I call her Linz, but Lindsay.
You can say Linz. I
guess I can say Linz, yeah.
Ah, why not?
Okay.
So it will be the straight peel here for Meg.
Shan, Kier.
Yep.
Yeah, we got it now.
Yeah, we're all good.
Yeah, we're good. That's what happens when you know the player so well for so long. Nice shot there by Megan.
Yeah, in the case of a lot of the players in this game, since they were children, really.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I think I was probably around for Sarah Loken's first ever year of curling at the Peace Arch Curling Club. That was my home club as well. And we had the junior program there every Tuesday and Thursday, and so her and her brothers were there, and that's going way back. And Kristen actually won the BC Juniors a couple years in a row with a few teammates also from the Peace Arch Curling Club, the Zabitnoff sisters. So I knew Kristen pretty much right when I moved to BC as well, and that's curling. Everybody knows everybody, right?
Good. Very good.
Oh, nice shot there by Lindsay. Well managed. So Kristen, Ryan just continuing to peel. She wouldn't be upset if she caught the stone that's sitting in the top 12 and get that one out of the way as well, but definitely wants the peel. Team McMillan currently line 1.
Hard. You got it. You got it. Easy.
Oh, just misses.
Oh, so close.
That stone in the top 12. Good throw from Yamamoto. And the guard will go back up here for her sister, Sarah Daniels. The two of them from the Delta Curling Club Junior program.
Okay. Higher's better. Higher's better.
For a long time, one of the best junior programs in this province.
Spot.
Give me third.
To your broom.
Line. Okay.
Just looking for a nice tight guard.
I don't think you need to.
I think we have to. Line only.
Yeah, line's good. Good. Good judge.
Well done, Sarah Daniels.
Judge.
And Kristen's just going to decide how many more she wants to peel before she makes a play on anything. Again, trying to play the run. Ideally get rid of that blue stone that's top 12. wants to open up the scoring area a bit more, especially for her team who has the hammer here. You have to make sure that if you're the team with the hammer that you score. It's so important.
Yep. Whoa, whoa, curl, curl, curl.
And same.
Oh my goodness,
Almost
so
identical
close.
to Megan Yamamoto. Rolls to pretty much the same spot.
Yes,
too,
it does.
Really good try there from Shannon Jonice, but still continues to be Team McMillan lying 1 here. And yeah, definitely with it being the 8th end, you want to be the team that scores here, lines you up to have the hammer in the 10th.
The hair tighter.
I just thought of a fun fact. I think, John, you might have to correct me, but I think there's only one player out there that has a kid. So I better give a big shout out to Brooklyn Alexic, who I know is watching on pins and needles, watching her mom, Shannon Jonice.
Okay, that's good.
Yes, that is correct.
Am I correct on that? Okay,
you're
good.
Correct. You're correct on that front.
Okay.
Yes, Brooke, actually one of the subjects of the documentary Curl Power, which I had the chance to see a few months ago. It's really great. It's playing across Canada, so if you're watching this, go check it out in theaters. It's a documentary that follows a junior girls curling team, of which Brooklyn was a part, and it's kind of a meditation on the sport and growing up, and yeah, it's being shown nationwide in Cineplex theaters.
Background there, Diane Deser. Her daughter Ashley is also on the team in the film.
Okay. Coming across.
So this card over curled a bit, so they're just debating whether or not they wanted to make a play on the one that's in the rings, but I think they decided to play the run one more time on Shannon Jonice's second stone. Last third stone here for Team Ryan.
Close. Yep.
They got 1. They got 2. Wow, what a shot.
What a
from
shot by
Jonice.
Shannon Jonice. Unbelievable.
Both teams waiting all end for a big moment. Shannon Jonice finds it. We'll take another look on the replay here. A double run back double, and that woke up the crowd here in the Preston Rec Center. What a shot. Gets rid of both red stones and leaves both the blues buried around the center guard. Phenomenal shot from Shannon Jonice.
Okay.
So now it's up to Kayla McMillan trying to find a way to get her team out of trouble here with Team Ryan, who has the hammer. And obviously it's so important to score, but now has the potential to get 2. Huge draw here for Kayla and her team.
Okay, line's good.
Yeah, this one has to be close.
Top floor.
Only for weight.
We saw Kayla miss the house with her draw last end. This one's going to have to be much better than that.
Gotta go.
Just
Really
for weight,
close.
no
Got to be
line,
right
no
on the
line.
face, corner freeze.
No bounce. Okay.
No bounce.
Okay.
Yeah, you cannot bounce here. That's pretty good.
That is pretty good. I agree. I think that's almost the best you could do. It may have bounced just a half an inch or so, but really great shot there by Kayla. You can hear Shannon and Kristen discussing whether or not they can get to the inside of that red stone, and I'm not sure that they can.
Yeah, that Shannon Jonice shot needed an answer. Looked like Kayla McMillan found it there. Really good shot.
How much weight? Come here and short piece. Probably gonna tap it.
What's that?
Well, let's try to come across the face a little bit and tap it. Like back 4 weight. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no, we are.
I don't think you can hurt yourself. I know.
Well, just listening to the discussion here, John, they're talking about back 4 weight.
Little less.
It's edge on edge, I would think, right now.
And way less. Yeah.
I know, but
That might change their conversation.
slightly out. I mean, I know. I hear you. Let's call it time. I'm not sure.
Time out.
Time out.
So unsure of what option is best here. They have called their timeout here as Team Ryan, so Diane Desura will make her way down the ice. As you noted earlier, Melissa, former Olympic bronze medalist, Canadian champion.
I don't
around. Yeah, it's not that rock you need to worry about. It's this one.
We're just wondering, like, can we get...
So yeah, you can see the timeout clock expiring there. That's just the travel time for Diane, and now they'll get another minute when she gets down there. We'll listen in.
Either, right?
Yeah, you probably can get to the face of this.
That's the danger, too, pushing the blue one out. I agree, it's the 8-10.
Risk? Too much? What are you thinking? Yeah, it's risky for two. If we pop out the blue that's shot rock right now, she's going to lock one right in there and we're in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, what else does she have?
You know what, Di's right. Scoring one isn't the end of the world here.
Yeah. Score, hold her to 1 and 9 and then...
Okay, so do we like a guard then?
Yeah. And then on, like, and I'm guarding her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Above the, like, halfway almost.
Make sure you're guarding the path, right? Yeah, like
Well,
don't want it to curl, right?
Yeah.
Like there.
Well, we want to guard that she can't tap this. I mean, that's definitely
Let's make a
gonna guard
decision,
that.
girls.
Okay.
So you heard them say, Melissa, their
shot
main
at it.
concern here is they
Might
don't want to give up the
be
steal.
able to
They want to make sure they score. And so they're throwing a guard. What do you think about this?
No.
Well, I heard Diane talk about risk versus reward. So
For a second.
ideally, they wanted to play down onto the redstone and get to the face of it. Once they decided that they couldn't maybe really see enough, but we've seen it curl in there 100 times, and we know that it does curl a lot, and they probably could get to the nose of it and tap the red one back. What their concern is if they hit it on the high side, their blue shot stone pops out, and then Kayla takes care of business. So ideally, the end plan now is just to take a single. So they're guarding any chance that Kayla has to make a play on her own red. I don't know if Kayla has a chance to do anything on the other side other than freeze again, and then the force of the one is on. But keeping in mind that Ryan is down 1, 2 here would have been pretty great, but you do have to decide if the risk is worth the reward.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, going down 2 after the 8th, you tend to lose that game more often than you win it. So
Right.
they definitely seemed pretty sure that Kayla didn't have anything on this outturn side.
Come to the inside of theirs, right? To get 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we just like leave it out of the range.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, if we don't throw, what do they have?
I think they can maybe make this draw.
But yeah, if we make it absolutely perfect, it might be measurable. I just don't want to like leave them something they can like run in, but I guess they could run. I don't think so.
I don't think there's any chance they're running anything in, is my thought.
Yeah, it'd be scary for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to look at what they called on their last shot. They called a guard, right, to protect Kayla from doing anything. They're not going to take any chances about not scoring here. So I think if Kayla throws up this guard and just protects the path.
Keep it up there.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess we can fight that. I haven't been out this wide yet, but we could probably sweep the difference.
It just needs to be probably in the 4-foot line or just a little bit more, so that there's no opportunity for her to draw, which even to throw the draw, I'm not sure she can get second shot.
Yeah, they weren't convinced, but thought if there was a shot for 2, that might be the only one. So trying to guard that draw path here is Kayla McMillan with her last here in the 8th. They're leading by 1 and trying to ensure that Kristen Ryan cannot take the lead back from them.
Tight. 2-3. Okay.
You heard them say tight out of the hand. You don't want to get
Really
too
out there.
close here.
Yeah, you could saw how she released that, John. She really spun it wide, like set it really wide.
Line's okay.
They're just really unclear what the weight was, so she just wanted to make sure that it had the extra rotation so that it would continue to carry.
I think that'll do the job.
I think so.
And so Kristen Ryan's going to try and essentially draw to a postage stamp here. You have to chisel by that top red. Either you got to absolutely paper it, or you might be able to get a small spin off of it if you rub it and roll into the button. It's extremely high degree of difficulty here for their second point.
What's that? Yeah. All right, let's go. 5-2. You're pretty far up there too. Let's go.
Last rock for Kristen Ryan, 8th end. Already lying 1.
Lots of room.
Go for it.
Megan's rock.
Gotta go.
Megan's rock.
Gotta go a little bit for weight.
Yep.
Really close.
Megan's rock.
Weight does look close.
Sure does.
Do they have the line?
This is very close, John.
Will it stop for the second point? No.
Wow.
Great try from Kristen Ryan, but just doesn't quite find the side of the button, and so it will be a single point for Team Ryan. This game is all tied up. McMillan will have the hammer in the 9th right after this. Well, we are all tied up after 8. This has been a game befitting the stakes here. The women's semifinal at the BC Championships presented by Best Western. 5-5. Kayla McMillan has the hammer here in the 9th end. And Melissa, I guess the goal for McMillan pretty simple here. Blank or 2+.
Full 8.
Definitely, and you know, it's interesting that rock, if you have a look at it there, John, is off the center. She could elect to play the tick, and she would do that if she was looking for a blank right away, but she's decided to come around, get one into the top 4.
Just top 8.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I think if you miss the tick, then you're almost certainly getting into maybe force territory.
Into force,
you can
that's
have
right.
Ryan get another guard up, or they could be the first one around. So I like this call.
Yeah, I do too. And again, just staying on a little bit on the offensive, especially with the hammer. And it'll be interesting to see how Kayla plays this end out. What a great shot there by Sarah Loken. And you heard Kristen Ryan, when they had their timeout in the 8th end, they knew if they only got one in the 8th, if they could force in 9, they would have that all-important hammer to get a deuce in 10 to win this game. So that is the plan here for Team Ryan.
Line's good.
Yep.
We saw it previously that the draw weight was a little heavy on most of the shots in the previous one, so both teams really trying to dial in what the weight is now.
Yep, hard. Keep it moving,
Can't afford to be heavy.
Whoa, whoa,
And this looks really good. Nice shot.
Nice shot there from Kirsten Fox, right on the face. And so we're going to see an open side draw here from Sarah Loken. And this is, I think, Melissa, a call that keeps the blank in play, potentially, rather than trying to throw a guard or play another rock to the middle.
Yes, I agree. Just trying to keep the play away from the center. They're sitting one right now. They'd like to be sitting two, but trying to bring the play just to back 4, back 8.
Stay full 8. Running out of line here.
Back 4 down.
Easy. That's okay. Running out of line.
I would like to be second shot, but not the end of the world if it isn't.
That's really good.
That's a nice shot.
Yeah, it's probably close to second shot. Doesn't matter a whole lot. We're going to see Kristen Ryan hit it anyway here.
You bet.
A reminder again that you can join the BC Championships 50-50. There's a draw at the end of every game day throughout the BC Championships. You can support BC Curling and win big, and you don't have to be here in Langley to do it. You can get your tickets at curlbc.ca/5050. That's curlbc.ca/5050. And while you're there at curlbc.ca, you can also check out all the photos, live scores, draws, and the digital event program for the championships. Just click the banner at curlbc.ca.
Clean.
11.
Clean.
10-5.
Clean, yep.
Just 10-5.
Hard.
So Lindsay Dubé trying to do exactly the same thing.
Hard. Gotta go.
10-9.
Gotta go. Good.
Would like to hit and stick right there. They don't really want to roll too far towards the center line.
11. 10.5.
Okay, right through her. Let's go. This is more.
Yeah, 10, a little more.
10.
Come on. You're doing it. Come on. You're doing it. You're doing it. Come on. More. 11.
You're trying to get underneath those guards, but we'll just find the nose.
Okay, better to overroll probably.
And so the same shot called here for Lindsay Dubé. Two options here, you heard them say. They're fine rolling underneath the guard. Also fine to roll to the open on the other side.
Yeah, if they manage to roll behind those 3 rocks, it will be above the tee line, which is very, very important. But they can be a little aggressive on this and try and go hard for the roll, the hit and roll. They don't want to leave it right there, that is for sure. Gotta go big on the roll.
Very nice shot from Lindsay
What a
Dubé.
shot.
Great sweep.
Earns an appreciative roar from the crowd. And McMillan Wise too.
Okay.
So a little trouble here for Team Ryan right now, so we'll see if Shannon Jonice can step up and do something fantastic like she did in the previous end. Running blue onto the 2 reds. Just a straightforward double run back double.
Well, she made it last end.
She did indeed.
Do it again.
Hard curl. Whoa. Feel it.
Unfortunately, just drives it all by. Straight peel. And again, McMillan in the spot where they're okay with the blank, so drawing the open side. If you needed to score here, you might see them throw a guard back up here.
Exactly, and this is where it'll be decision time for Team Ryan. If Sarah Daniels, can make this perfect draw away from center, again, back 8 is fine. Then Kristen Ryan's going to have to decide what to do. Does she play her blue onto the 2-shot redstones, or does she hit the open one? I mean, obviously she does not want to give up 2 here.
14-9. Careful.
Yep.
Full eight.
Yep.
No triple.
Hard. Good.
That's a
Nice
good
shot.
for that.
All right. Make him go. Let's go.
I like that.
These are close to lined up for the double.
Yeah, I like this call as well. Be nice to, even if you don't catch both, at least get them out of the forefoot if you can, if you're Team Ryan.
Kirsten Fox on this out of the hands. Ooh, unfortunately jams it in, gets their own blue out into the 12-foot. And this is starting to look like a very good setup here for Team McMillan.
Okay,
Open hit
you
to
like
lie
that a 10?
3.
Yeah. Okay.
Right on those. Yeah, prefer to roll it off. Yeah.
Yeah, that was so close, but unfortunately, as you said, just leaves this one. So Sarah Daniels looking for the nose hit to lie 3. And then Kristen Ryan's going to have to find a way to get at least one double here to minimize the damage.
Heavy queen. Whoa, 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 whoa.
11.
Whoa, 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 no roll.
Don't want to roll to center at all. Oh boy.
Oh, that's unlucky. That might have set up the triple.
Just overcalled it.
Turn do you want to?
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
Definitely the double. I don't know if the triple's there. It could be.
Yeah, you have to throw a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm.
Get this top stone spinning.
Great chance here for Kristen Ryan to at least get rid of 2 though. And try and get back on track to hopefully only give up 2 at the very, very most.
I like it. Let's go.
First rock for Kristen Ryan.
Easy, Megan.
Trying to get her team out of trouble. Not throwing a bullet at this one. So definitely just only chasing the double here.
Straight.
Seems like they're caught in between here. No, that's the double. Very nice from Kristen Ryan.
Well done. Now that was plan B. They were actually trying to play just off the nose to get the 2 out in the forefoot, but when it wasn't curling enough, plan B played the other double and makes it perfect. So well done. Got a good call by Shannon. And now a hit and probably roll away a little, I would think, as long as it doesn't set up yet another one. They're pretty even though, I think, John.
Yeah, I think if you're close to the nose here, it's probably pretty good. Again, they're okay with a blank here. Yes, they were looking like they were set up for 3. They would have loved that, but that opportunity has passed. So you don't even care too much if you set up a double here and you end up with a blank and 9. But yeah, they definitely also happy to score 2. So somewhere close to the nose for Kayla McMillan with her first.
Yep. Easy. Clean.
Yep. 10-5.
Yep. 11. Right to it. Hard. Okay.
And that will actually roll in, so the double will be there for Kristen Ryan.
9.
Just that unfortunate long roll inside from Sarah Daniels.
Oh, she's throwing the outro?
Has got them started on this path to getting rid of all the McMillan stones. Sarah hits that on the nose. They're looking really good for 3, 2 at the minimum. But now a chance to get out of here with no damage at all. Kristen Ryan.
Yeah, things have changed very quickly here, but as you've mentioned a couple of times, it's Team McMillan very okay with blanking this 9th end and having hammer in the 10th.
Trying to hold it. They're not throwing a ton of weight at this. You need to get that red out. And
there it is.
Just.
Nice shot. Kristen Ryan.
Good sweep there from Kirsten Fox to hold it. Yeah, just kind of throwing like a down normal at that makes it so you have to hit it pretty precisely if you're Kristen Ryan, and She got just enough of that second red stone to get rid of it, and so it will be a blank try here for Kayla McMillan, and this is a huge shot. Never want to get sneaky forced here with a nose, so have to peel this one out, and you'd go into the 10th with hammer. Last rock, Kayla McMillan.
Yep.
Lindsay Dubé picking this up right away.
Hard.
This was the spot she barely rolled out a few ends ago, and she will just do it again. A really
Nice
good
shot.
sweep from Lindsay Dubé. Sarah Loken ushers it out of the rings, and what more could you want? Semi-final tie game. Kayla McMillan will have the hammer. Do not go anywhere. And so it all comes down to this women's semifinal here at the BC Championships presented by Best Western. Winner moves on to tomorrow's final. Loser goes home.
Yes.
We are all tied up at 5, and Kayla McMillan has the hammer here in the 10th. And Melissa, this is probably a scoreline befitting both of these teams in this game. It's been very closely matched, and we'll see if McMillan can pull it off here in the 10th.
Yeah, it definitely has been back and forth this entire game, and you know, we go back to that timeout in the 8th end where the team had a discussion as to whether or not they could make a play and potentially take some risks to set up a 2 or a 3 with hammer and 8. They had the discussion with the coach, and they decided maybe just to take their single to tie the game up. Ideally, obviously, would love to have forced in the 9, but they find themselves trying to steal here in 10. And Kayla McMillan with the hammer will do everything she can to avoid just that.
1 for 2. Make it good, make it good, make it good. Okay.
So nice start from Sarah Loken around the center guard, and we're going to see the double center go up here for Kirsten Fox.
Okay.
Again, winner of this game moves on to tomorrow's final to play Corinne Brown.
Whoa. Off.
Yeah.
Megan's rock. Megan's rock.
Easy, 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 easy.
Line's getting better. Whoa.
Easy,
Whoa.
easy, easy. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Just trying to get this one over, separate these two guards as much as possible. Does want to be on the center line, though.
Ooh, that won't hit the center line, and so
oh boy,
the tick can be played here from Sarah Loken. That's too bad from Kirsten Fox. Perfect play, but this could really go a long way for Team McMillan here if Sarah Loken can make this tick. As most curling fans know now, if the rock is touching the center line, that's the no-tick zone. You cannot remove the rock off the center line. But with this one being just beside it, chance for the tick here for Sarah Loken, but this is a little bit wide, I think.
Yeah, wide and maybe slightly heavy. And you can't tick the one that is touching the center, so you just see Team McMillan getting rid of that rock. And that's the chance you take. You try and play the tick. If you don't make it,
Yep, you got time to think about this.
that's really unfortunate. Whereas the other option, of course, if it was touching the center, you would have drawn another one into the 4-foot area.
Yeah, so that's unfortunate for Sarah Loken. Really good chance now for Kristen Ryan to get a steal set up.
So Team Ryan with a slight advantage now just because of that one rock wasted by team, not wasted, but that is gone by Team McMillan.
Back 4.
We're peppy. We're back
14-9.
4, back 8.
And just a little heavy here from Megan Yamamoto. You'd love to be shot.
Really would, and that's unfortunate there. And again, you saw the advantage given to Team Ryan from McMillan, and now right back at it with Megan's miss there. Unfortunately, there's now a slight advantage back to Team McMillan, and that's the way this end is going to go right to the end.
Yeah, with the way these center guards are staggered, the double peel is there for Lindsay Dubé. But she will settle for the single here.
Okay. So that was a 4-9.
And guard going to go back up for Megan Yamamoto.
So
yeah, Team Ryan will just keep looking to put up some guards, try to keep them far apart. Try and keep them right one behind the other so that there isn't an easy double for Team McMillan. And then probably on Kristen Ryan's first or second, they'll make a play into the rings.
Halfway.
No, we can't even look at it here.
Don't want to be too tight to the one that's already there, that's for sure.
No.
You hear Shannon just saying you can't look at it, must have a little extra weight.
Just need her to stop.
Yeah, sometimes people don't know this about curling, but sometimes if you avert your eyes, the rock does slow down. So good, that's veteran savvy from Shannon Jonice, but unfortunately, yes, it does get very close to that other blue guard, and we know that Lindsay Dubé can throw the high hard one. This is a really great chance for Lindsay Dubé and Team McMillan. You make this and you got 1 foot through the door.
Great question there by Lindsay. She just wanted to double check that those two blue stones weren't frozen and confirming that when she throws, just get a better visual in her mind.
Sarah Daniels trying to hold this. It's close. 1, 2. Great shot from
Oh, what a
Lindsay Dubé.
shot. That opens everything up. What a fantastic shot by Lindsay, and she is very happy with the thumbs up.
18. Let's go.
So now it's all up for Team Ryan. Just throw everything they can here. Get another guard out front and hope for maybe a half shot by Team McMillan.
I pinched it off a bit.
Okay.
Halfway.
Yeah, really great shot from Lindsay Dubé, and
Yeah, you gotta go.
it's just how precise the game is now. Most of these teams have that weapon in their back pocket of the big weight, especially at the second position, and Megan Yamamoto just sliding that 3 or 4 feet deep really opened up the chance for Lindsay Dubé, and she took advantage. And if you're Kayla McMillan, you know you make your next 3 shots and you're for sure going to have a shot on your last to win.
Clean, just clean.
And that's 1 for 3.
And you can imagine they are counting down just like you, John. It's getting closer and closer to getting that chance to play Team Brown again. But Team Ryan is not done yet. Another chance for a center guard here for Shannon Jonice.
That's tight.
Tight.
That's really tight.
I'm gonna let you scream that.
Shan feels like she threw a little extra weight on that.
Easy, whoa.
And this looks like it's might be in the rings.
Okay, you don't want to get too close to that red because you may want to use that red stone later as a partial guard if you're Team Ryan, but by coming down here, this will actually allow Kayla McMillan to get rid of that red stone and that blue if she wants.
Just rip it.
And you can see Shannon's disappointment with herself.
Yeah, you actually don't mind even actually leaving the red. there now because it's a lot harder for Kristen to get around it and get shot.
Yes, for sure. Now that's been pushed to top 4. So Sarah Daniels trying the double on the blues.
Well,
Yeah, just have to make sure you get rid of this top one. Back one would be a bonus if you.
Exactly, yes.
And indeed,
that works.
Top one goes.
So down to skip stones here. Is Kristen going to throw one more guard and then play around on her last? I think you almost have to, John, just because of where that stone is sitting in the top 4. It'd be such a short run for Team McMillan.
Yeah, I think you just have to hope for a miss from Kayla. I don't think there's any way that Kayla, sometimes skips in this position get a little nervous. Well, if I throw up a guard, Kayla comes around the guard, then I have nothing on my last. But I don't think there's any way with how the house looks that Kayla's not just going to peel your guard here. And you just have to hope for a miss, I think, yeah. Coming around that red one in the 4-foot right now, you're probably losing the game. So I like this call.
I agree.
First stone here, Kristen Ryan, 10th end, we are all tied up. Just trying to find a way to get Kayla McMillan to blink here.
Hi.
Okay. Line's great. Line's great. Keep it coming. As far as you can, guys. As far as you can.
Hi.
Keep coming. Keep coming. Great rushing. Good job.
Nice shot there by Kristen. And now
halfway guard, and we are going to get the timeout here from Team McMillan. So Coach Nicholas Sedin will come out, and I would imagine he's going to tell them to peel this guard, but we'll see.
I would think so. I don't think you need to take any chances and draw in. I don't know why you would. I'm with you on this, John. I think you and I probably know more than Nick Dean does together, right?
Not so sure about that.
Yeah, I don't think so either, but I just thought I'd throw it out there.
my first thought was to peel, because if then they have to deal with it.
Making the hit, and then you got to hit and stick for the red.
Or draw to the floor.
Preference, I just kind of want to know what they're gonna do, or like what they have.
That's
So you're thinking
wherever they roll into, have to be very precise about it.
okay, so if we draw to that back one, if they make the draw, they can't come to the back one, then we can just slash that in.
The only thing we need to have absolute perfect angles
Could just play the chase and then roll.
So come to that one, not come to ours. Or those
So come to the blue. Okay.
Okay. So great conversation there with Coach Nicodine. They're not going to peel. And the reason being is that Nick felt that if they peeled, John, that Team Ryan would nose hit the redstone and lie to, and or maybe roll a little one way or the other, and it would force Kayla to have to hit against 2 for the win. They feel if they draw to the back one and lie to that way, Team Ryan can't freeze to it and be shot, so they're going to have to come and draw around that red stone that's sitting top 4, and then Kayla would have the short run for the win. And wouldn't have to stick or shoot her because of the rock that's second shot. Or third shot, pardon me. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think I hear what Nick is saying for sure, and it seems like they're a little afraid of the draw. We have definitely seen both teams struggling with draw weight in the second half of the game. So you heard Nick say, well, if Kristen hits that red one, then you're going to have to hit back, and it's very precise. You can't roll too far,
right? Because
of where that blue stone is in the back 8 foot. So this is just the call that you make if you want to put pressure on your opponent, and you also feel like you're basically putting the pressure on Kristen to draw the button instead of yourself.
That's right. Yes,
which I don't mind.
Yeah, and Lindsay was very clear in asking Kayla what she wanted to do on her last, and she said, "I'm not sure." And I know there maybe is a little bit of doubt with her draw weight, but
Top it. Keep
But
going.
this one's got to go way short of what the plan was.
Yeah, they were trying to draw to that back blue.
Roll off if you can.
Now trying to roll off, so oh boy.
That's a terrible spot for that.
Yeah, that did not work well at all. I mean, she may still have the slash if she needs it, but now with the overlap, it makes it so much harder. Yeah, not a good result there for Team McMillan.
That's for sure. 15-1.
Yeah, I mean, this is not an easy draw for Kristen Ryan. Needs full 4-foot here, but like you said, Melissa, just staggering those two reds
She's wider,
makes
though.
it so that the rock Kayla just threw is not usable.
Like a 5-4.
And yeah, you'd have to be throwing some kind of slash on your last one probably if Kristen makes this. So
Let's go.
unfortunate miss there for Kayla McMillan, and now Kristen Ryan with the chance here. Saw her make a great draw against Taylor Reese Hansen in the 3-4 game. She's going to need another one here. Kayla McMillan is lying 2. Can hear a pin drop here in the George Preston Rec Center. Final stone for Kristen Ryan. Needs to find full 4-foot around these two red stones to force McMillan into throwing her last.
Room.
Gotta go. Want to go a little right now?
Gotta go. Where?
Top 4.
And you hear Kirsten Fox saying she thinks they gotta go.
Hard line.
Going hard for line and for weight here. Oh, this looks short. Can Fox
Oh, I
and
think it's
Yamamoto
light.
get it there? It
It's
is well
light. Oh boy.
Maybe that path just changed, Melissa, because
It's
that
very
was the same
possible.
path that Kayla was on.
Thanks,
And it will over curl, and so it will be 2 points on the board for Kayla McMillan. They will take this game 7-5, and they will move on to tomorrow's final against Corinne Brown, a rematch of the last 2 years' finals. We will look forward to that one. What a great game from both teams, your bronze medalists. Team Kristen Ryan, we are going to take a short break, and then we will come back with an interview with Kayla McMillan right after this. All right, welcome back inside the George Preston Rec Center. I'll throw it down to my partner, Melissa Saligo, who is standing by with winning skip, Kayla McMillan.
Just always don't sleep well the night before a final. Yeah. Well, this is 4th final in a row.
Yeah, I think it wasn't my best game, but the team played so well it didn't matter, which is always very nice.
So unlike last year where you were the third, this year the skip, you're leading this team into the final of the BC Championships. What are you thinking about that and how are you feeling it?
I'm excited. Yeah, we've been preparing kind of all year for this, and I've really enjoyed skipping. I've learned a lot, come a long way. So yeah, just excited for the opportunity.
Fantastic. And this morning you did lose the 1-2 game, so you have another chance at Team Brown. You've played them at least the last 2 years in the provincial final. What do you need to do to beat Team Brown tomorrow?
Yeah, I think just get set up early and then let me and Sarah kind of finish it off in the back end. I think we're playing really well, so just more of the same, and I think it'll be close.
And how's the ice holding up? You look like you had a pretty good handle on it, maybe a little tougher on the draw weight. Has it changed since the beginning of the week?
No, it's just quick. So if you're not focused, it's easy to kind of throw it through.
Well, we wish you all the best tomorrow in the final against Team Brown. John, back to you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Melissa. Thanks to everybody for joining us here in the George Preston Rec Center. We're going to head back to the CHEK studio. Stacy, Jeff, and Elaine are going to break it down for you. Thanks for watching.
Oh, a ringity-ding-dong dandy. Jeff King along with Stacey Ross, and that's a wrap on the women's semifinal at the BC Curling Championships in Langley. It was Kristen Ryan falling to Kayla McMillan, 7-5 the final. Great game, but a lot of errors, a lot of mistakes in this game as well.
Yeah, there sure was. It was more a game of misses than it was of makes in this one, for sure. And as we talked to Elaine in the fifth end break, not sure if it was nerves or a little bit of a trouble with the ice, but regardless, Victoria curling fans very pleased that Victoria's Kayla McMillan rather, will be playing in tomorrow morning's final. Let's bring in Elaine Dag-Jackson to give us her insight. Now, Elaine, at the fifth end break, we were hoping that the teams would step up. They would start making more than they were missing. Didn't really play out, but the outcome was good for Victoria curling fans and Kayla McMillan today.
It was. We expected to see a little bit sharper game in the second half. The draw weight was a little bit of a struggle, and a lot of rocks went deep in the second half. But yeah, we're thrilled to see Kayla McMillan's team come through as Victoriaites here. They did do that important last scoreboard flip where they picked up the last deuce of the game, forcing Kristen to have to take a single point, and the writing was kind of on the wall by that point. I did notice that both teams were a little reserved in the second half. I think maybe the importance of the game, the winner goes through to the final and the loser is done. So I think that might have played a little bit of a factor in the reservedness of the game.
Now we saw Tim McMillan call that timeout in the 10th end, and their coach Nicholas Edin come out. Now many of us thought the call on that her last shot was to play that peel, as opposed to drawing in with McMillan's first one there. What did you think about that call and what Nicholas Edin contributed to that?
I have no sound.
Oh shoot. Okay, that makes it a little bit harder, Elaine, but
now I hear you.
Now she can hear us. Elaine, I was asking about the 10th end and the timeout that the McMillan team took. Nicholas Edin came out and he encouraged them to play the draw to the back one, which ultimately was sort of a half-made shot versus the peel. Do you agree with that decision? What's your take on that?
I think I do. I like the draw. A team will often leave that final guard when it's not a super threat. They did have both angles coming in, and I think we did see a little bit of hesitation in drawing. Maybe didn't want to throw the last rock being the draw, and I liked the call. It wasn't made, but then neither was the next one. So, but I did like that call.
All right, so we are set up for the final tomorrow morning and a shot at the Scotties. Kayla McMillan up against Corin Brown. And I'll tell you, the Brown rank, certainly the veterans there. Talk about tomorrow's final matchup, Elaine.
Well, this is going to be a real matchup. These two teams have played each other so many times, and they're back and forth and back and forth. And Corinne Brown has had a really great year. She's been out on the circuit all year, as has Kayla McMillan. So I think it's going to be pretty aggressive. I think it's going to come down to who really brings it tomorrow, who finds the feel of the ice first. I know it's going to be a close game, and I know either team will be a great representative for British Columbia.
And of course, Elaine, both went to the Scotties last year. Of course, Kayla McMillan was with Clancy Grandy last year, and they won the BC Championships. But Corin Brown went and took a wild card spot in that. I mean, neither one of those teams last year made the championship. I know both are dying to get back there and give it another shot.
Well, the thing is, they've both been there several times, multiple times, and they know how amazing it is, how special it is, what a fine line it is between being through to the playoff weekend and not quite getting there. It's tough at the Scotties, but both of those teams will do anything to get back there at this point.
Some more curling tonight, 7 o'clock, the men's semifinal. Jaron Colomea up against Cameron de Jong. And obviously, we love to see another Victoria club get through. Talk about that semifinal tonight, Elaine.
Yeah, well, Cam de Jong is a very, very popular team.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of followers. They've had some great fans in the stands this week with growing numbers as people have taken the ferry over to watch their last couple of games. And it's going to be a good game. The other team has been really good all week, you know, probably one of the best teams all week. But when I watched Cam play against Montgomery last night, I thought, he's bringing it. So, yeah, I'm not going to be surprised if he pulls that one off.
And again, Elaine, we talked about this earlier. One has the momentum of coming off a win, and the other one not so much, coming off a tough loss. So we're super excited to see that game coming up at 7 o'clock this evening. Elaine, we welcome you back and look forward to your insight as we take this on. Again, 7 o'clock tonight, we'll be right back here with the men's semifinal from Langley, our hometown team, De Jong, playing against Kolomaya. So we will see you back here at 7 o'clock. Thanks for watching.